Hello, welcome to another installment of Layton Brothers Mystery Room.
Layton Brothers Mystery Room.
I apologize
It's a
for being
mystery.
unwatchable now because
It's a
I
mystery.
completely forgot the hats. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay.
Bam.
The hats
Bam.
are the most important part.
Yeah. The stream would be nothing without the hats. Which I think I need to readjust
Exactly.
mine. Actually,
We would not be detectives if we did not have hats. We'd just be random people on
Detect-nots.
the street. But no, because of our hats, we are the most special individuals.
We need the Club
Ever.
Penguin PNG hats.
We are the only Twitch streamers.
It's true. The Twitch stream is streaming this game anyways.
Exactly. Unfortunately, everyone else forgot that this game existed, probably.
Even level 5.
Especially level 5. The DJ Swan song.
Sniffer Hog. Sniffer
Sniffer?
Hog.
Like,
What?
sniff your hog? What?
Maybe we're not saying this. Maybe it's Hag. Sniffer Hag. I don't think there's any way you could read this without it sounding wrong.
I don't know.
New music. We've got a very special I'm just gonna say we have a very special today in the guest. We have a very special guest in studio today, people. It's the drop dead gorgeous Miss Dolly Holliday.
Thanks, Dwight, darling. It's really terrific to be on the show. Here, I got you something. They're ever so tasty.
It's poison. She's killing him.
Oh no.
She's dying and the reporter's dying. Wow. Thanks, Dolly. And he was never heard from again.
I don't think this sort of radio were your cup of tea, Prof. You don't like this, do you?
You're not a fan of radio, Lucy?
Oh, I've got Not Against a Catchy Tune and some good banter, but this rubbish? No, not for me.
She's too good.
There's something about that way that presenter talks. I don't know what it is. He's just smarmy.
Good word.
I tell you, whenever he has a lass on the show as a guest, he talks totally differently.
Sounds rather like you're a regular listener.
Exposed.
Thing. Mystery solved. That sounds like a fax coming. I need to swallow your voice. That sounds like a fax coming in already. So our first request this morning is from a Miss Angel of Death. Yep, someone's dying. I'll be the death of you. ... question mark. Whoa, sounds like someone wants to turn DJ Dwight Dread into DJ Dwight Dead. Wow.
Don't you go dying on me, Dwight. I'd never live it down.
She's guilty. She's guilty. Well, if I'm about to sign off for the last time ever, allow me to try one of your mouth-watering offerings first. It's gonna be poisoned. Munch, munch, gulp.
Yeah.
That hit the spot. Ugh, I knew it. I called it. He's gonna die right now. I knew it. I knew it. She did it. It's gonna be that they had a past relationship or something.
Yes.
And then Bing's gonna be there. Minecraft hurt sound. Bang, crash, wallop.
Boy, going on?
Yeah, 'cause Green did it. I mean, red is sus. Dwight, are you
Dwight.
all right? Let's go into an ad break. Come on, quickly. Dee dee da. Radio swoon. The grand fraud sale is on now. No stores, more for less. So get down to Daysbridge today.
What's happening, Prof?
Alfendi only knew to turn the radio on because he orchestrated the whole thing.
Alfendi's guilty.
Well, if it's some sort of practical joke, it's certainly... well, did not warm up my vocal cords enough to be reading anything. Well, if it's some sort of practical joke, it's certainly very convincing. I love they just teleport. We've got a new case, boys and girls. A number just went down on the airwaves. I like her coat.
That is a very nice coat. What's up, Sniffer?
Did you have your lugs to the wireless just now? That's where the action is. Are you talking about the radio presenter? Sounded like he just collapsed. What else? I'd say the stiff's cold already, because I killed him.
So, it weren't just part of the show then?
Not in my book. It's a rub-out job. My gumshoe radar was beeping like a car alarm the second it went down.
Whatever you say, Sniffer.
Oh, and she Sniffer Minecraft. She won the mob vote. Hey, I'm telling you, they'll be on the blower asking you to snoop any second now. You may well be right. If it turns out I'm on the mark, you guys will wrap it with bows on us. You guys wrap it with bows on? Okay. Sentences. We'll do our best, barring the whole incident being a practical joke, of course.
You won't believe this!
What, did someone die?
We've been that flooded with calls from anxious listeners of that show. Maybe there's someone in it after all.
Time for action, snoopers. I'm gonna make like a slug and shoot over there to see what the score is. Excellent. You slug on over there, Sniffer. I'll get my report back to the clubhouse ASAP, then it'll be up to you two to bring in the hoods.
The hoods. I can't believe it were really a murder. Can you, Prof?
We don't know anything yet, Lucy. That's a period. But the signs are compelling. Sniffer's rarely wrong.
Aye. He's a revelation, alright, that one. Okay.
Indeed, though he has a tendency to get ahead of himself.
Alright. I never thought I'd witness Summit. No, let me rephrase. I'd hear Summit like that with my own ears. It happened at a radio studio.
Well, that's a
They were
body.
broadcasting to the whole country when the DJ had a funny turn. There were 5 suspects, one of whom we hadn't identified. 5?
Oh boy.
But despite the lack of information, we began investigating. All we knew for certain was what we saw with... No, I've done it again. What we heard with our own ears. The DJ's swan song.
Bro has some nasty cookies. Sniffer sent his report over. The radio presenter's indeed dead.
Why, heck! So we're all for real then. I'm surprised it took them so long to confirm it.
Give me a second, let me just check my mic so I'm not doing something funky real quick. Seems fine.
be. I hope, maybe.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was picking stuff up because I didn't think it was doing that before, but just because my mic's so close.
Could be.
The broadcast was out at rush hour, unfortunately. The police had some difficulties getting to the scene. Fortunately for us, my machine can still work, I guess. Vika says the investigations are ongoing, but I'll tell you what we know thus far.
I'm all ears, Prof, as ever.
The incident took place inside the recording studio of a national radio station. The presenter of the show that was airing at the time goes by the name of Dwight Dredd. DJ who died while on the air, 48 years old, male, popular radio host with a deep rich voice and light personality. Well liked, but his spending habit often landed him in trouble. Probably something about woman in there and then dying to some lady. Two people were in the studio from the outset, the show's producer and the sound man. They're kissing? They're in love?
Maybe.
Just before going on air, a tea lady from the radio station cafeteria came to the studio with some drinks.
Oh, but she didn't linger, eh? She left after she dropped off the drinks.
After that, Dredd, the presenter, came into the studio along with a young singer with her manager.
So now we're talking about when they actually went on air then.
As soon as the show... Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. As soon as the show started, the guest singer gave the presenter a gift to confectionery.
I'm more than a bit curious about what was in that gift.
But before Dredd had a chance to sample the offering, something came in on the studio fax machine. There was a handwritten note that read, "I'll be the death of you, upside down."
Oh, dun dun dun. Sends shivers down your spine, doesn't it?
Believing the facts to be some sort of joke, Dredd continued with the show.
Aye. Well, you would, wouldn't you?
However, no sooner had Dredd put one of his guest treats into his mouth then he started to have difficulty breathing, collapsed on the floor. Understandably worried, the director called for a transmission break. He then sent the sound man to call him for the emergency services. About 20 minutes later, police and an ambulance crew arrived at the scene almost simultaneously. They did it. However, Dredd was already dead. I thought they were gonna say wasn't exactly dead. I was like, oh, he lived?
Nah, that would be too easy. 20 minutes? It's on account of the rush hour traffic you mentioned, eh?
Also, we can see the gift box and what was in there now. Just keep that in mind so we can use it to cheat later if they don't show us. It seems like it's macrons or something.
Honestly, probably a good treat to die on.
Yeah, unless they tasted bad from the arsenic. They put cyanide in it.
He would have just spat it out if it was bad. It would have just been like, okay, I'm just gonna have this confectionery.
I don't know. It could have just had cyanide capsules, like filled the entire thing. You take one bite, it's over. Yes, the radio station is very central, or it could be the tea. Because there's tea. Yes, the radio station is very central in rush hour. That's about how long you'd expect it to take.
That's too long, that is. Poor bloke.
Okay, yeah, it seems like my mic's just picking up me clicking. Seems to be the what I was seeing. Weird. And that really is all we know about the course of events at this point in time. So let's think about our suspects.
Hi, who've we got?
There are 5 of them. First, the young guest on the show, singer Dolly Holiday. Sultry singer and guest on the show, making appearance on Trisha's latest album. Fine figure and subjective dancing distract from her appalling singing voice. Oh.
Oh, rip.
It was her gift that Dredd put into his mouth just moments before he began to struggle for breath. Exit the game?
No, don't exit. No! Hi. That's more than a little fishy if you ask me. My money's on that lass.
You see when she sees any suspect?
Lucy when... suspect?
Second is Holiday's manager, Melody Smith. Talent agent had a history with Dread Holiday's manager. Maybe the hot managers have a relationship issue.
Why does she look like a mushroom?
Yeah, she does look like a mushroom. Because she's hiding
Or
the
like
murder weapon under that hair.
A Lego person.
It does look like when you put like one of those cylinder pieces on a Lego.
Yes.
Present since her client, with whom she was at constant loggerheads, was a guest on the show. An old acquaintance of Dredd's. They have a history. Apparently, she was an old friend of the deceased.
Friend or lover? Oh, okay.
The moment romance is
Oh,
involved, it's split on.
Just a coincidence, do you think?
They're the director of the show, Mike DeBun. I can see where the pun is, I just don't know how to pronounce these. Mike D. Bonaire. It's probably Bonaire, just the way they wrote that, because I'm sure it's supposed to be a pun on radio. Mike D. Bonaire.
Mike deep on air.
You know, like microphones, then on air.
Yeah, maybe. I can see it.
The radio show's director, longtime partner of Dredd's, and creator and director of the show, an affable man, but known to have quarreled with the victim over money matters. Maybe he's the lover.
Maybe.
How forward-thinking of you. Mystery Room 2013.
Yeah.
There's nothing obviously suspicious about his involvement, though his relationship with Dredd was stormy.
Which would give him a good motive, eh?
Worth the salmon, Mr. Randleman. Mr. Randleman? I'm trying to see if there's a pun. I'm not sure, but it seems like there should be. The sound guy, former musician turned sound technician, handsome man with striking features who enjoys cross-dressing and high heels. Like to flirt with the oh, they're just straight up doing that. Okay.
I wonder if
Happy Pride Month,
they're
gamers.
gonna have a thing. Ooh. Idea. What if he's the tea person?
Oh,
And then they're gonna
you know
use
they
that.
would pull something like that at the last minute.
I feel like they could do that, but
You
I don't know.
crack the last minute twist when the guy goes sicko mode.
I honestly better not. I better not have. I don't want to spoil that quickly, but
No,
that
I think
seems
you're
too much
totally
of a
right. That
coincidence.
is like too much of a detail just put in there and not have that be the whole entire gimmick of this, is that the other unidentified person was
Exactly.
actually the other person in the room the whole time. He's just a secret homosexual. Mystery solved. 2013. That is how this is gonna go. They
I
have
hope
a
I
gay
just-
person. This is the whole gimmick of their mystery now.
Future editing lemons. Let us know if I predict the game.
I will cheer the mind. But you know, it's a game from 2013. The entire gimmick is going to revolve around
Exactly.
dude with queer identity and expression.
Perhaps.
Case closed. He was the one who went to call the ambulance, which does put him under a certain amount of suspicion.
Because he called the ambulance.
Well, I guess because it took them so long, but like they've already iterated like 3 times. The radio station's like just in the city.
Yeah. Because rush hour traffic.
Mhm.
Is this like London or New York?
It's probably London.
It is really hard to believe that the emergency services could have taken that long to get there.
Although I feel like in a large building with, you know, money, I'm assuming, to have guest stars like singers and stuff, don't they usually have their own medical teams just kind of like on standby a lot of the time?
I would think, unless this is like a lower budget show.
It doesn't. There's a whole singer involved in this. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming this radio tower place would have some kind of proactive medical staff on hand, like on site. That's usually how that works, I think.
Yeah.
And finally,
Average
there's a
guy with a
tea
bun.
lady from the cafeteria who brought the drinks. Radio station tea lady who's now missing. You're so right. It's just gonna be the dude again. There's no way they mention cross-dressing and don't pull something like this at the end.
I mean, come on.
It hasn't been seen since taking and ordered drinks in the studio where the incident occurred. It's Randall. He did it. He poisoned the tea. He dressed as the tea lady to get in, and then killed the other dude so that he could go with the other guy who didn't like him. Or it could be like the other one where he's just like, he did the murder, but he's not the one behind planning the murder. Or it could just be something like, he gave them the tea, but wasn't the one who put the poison in it. And that could have been the other dude, I don't know. But just, there's no way the tea lady thing is a mystery.
Yeah. Sorry, game from 2013. We know all your
I'm sorry. It's been a couple years since then. We've wised up to this kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's not that shocking.
You what, Prof? That's it then, surely. She's the killer, and she's done a runner.
Certainly not an unlikely hypothesis. However, we don't know enough about her yet. We need to see what our inquiries turn up on her first visit. On her first. I was just inserting words that don't exist.
I don't know. It's too fishy for my...
So those are the suspects. We certainly don't have much to go on at this stage. But what's your hunch? We know who did it. We don't need to read any of this.
It's real.
It's something saying, listen to your gut, Lucy. Identify.
Identify.
We know who this is. It's Randall.
It's Randall, man.
Interesting. Why?
I can't help feeling you were up to Summit, and he arranged that so that a ambulance arrived late.
No, Lucy. That's not it. That is a possibility. But how could he have got any poison into Dread?
That's... Summit I haven't figured out yet.
Personally, I think we're looking at someone else. I believe the culprit to be Dolly Holiday.
Give over! You don't really think she did it, do you?
Oh yes, let's see, 5% sure. Oh, he's less than 50% sure this time, what? Dude, Professor, you're slipping.
Yeah,
43.6% sure of it. He just hasn't heard of it. The homosexuals before.
I think I'm pretty sure that all his Tumblr sexy man times are starting to take a toll on his smarts.
No, I think he just never was a Tumblr sexy. He'd be appalled by Tumblr.com. This is unfortunate news for the Tumblr sexy man community. I don't think he's there.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get you, Tumblr. Better luck next time. You need a new guy.
Yeah. Get Bing instead. That's rubbish.
Bing could fit in a different category, but yes, well, there are simply too many pieces of the... He would. It's got me.
Anyways.
Yes, well, there are simply too many pieces of the puzzle missing at this stage.
That's That's not much of a number to go on, is it? It doesn't exactly inspire confidence, Prof.
Dude's lacking. No, it's a fairly weak conjecture, but still, there are a number of questions I'd like to ask Miss Holliday. After all, she was right next to Dredd when he collapsed. Everyone was next to Dredd when he collapsed. It's a studio. It's not that big.
Yeah. Oh, I see. That's it, is it? Right. Well, I suppose I'd best go and see if I can get in touch with...
Teleports behind you. Oh, there she is.
Is this the mystery room or what? Miss Holliday, what are you doing here? One of your detective fellows told me to come to dinner, eh? Alright, little so-and-so he was. Eventually I'll figure out her voice.
The writing.
I'm thinking it's Southern, but then again, I would have thought like the one in case 2 was...
I don't think like any... I think the Layton case 2 was the closest to like a Southern Belle accent. I think this is more like...
It could be
Scottish. I don't...
Australian?
You can do Australian. I don't know British.
I saw Oi once, so I was like...
It could be like Irish, I don't know. The biggest mystery in this room is what anyone's saying at any given time.
Exactly. He threatened me, you know? He said he'd pinch me and check me elbows if I didn't come in. Oh, right. That sounds like our detective Sergeant Hogg.
Yes, he's very sharp.
Yep, that's the phone.
Lucy leaves.
So, what do you lock it up here then, eh? Anything special?
This is a special division of Scotland Yard where we investigate especially heinous crimes.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, all I want to know is if you're arresting me or not.
No, we merely wish to ask you a few questions to help us with the speedy resolution of the case.
Oh, no, officer. I never speed. That's ever so dangerous. I always stick to the speed limit, me.
Arrested for speeding. Arrested for ticket. Let me try to explain. You are a witness, you see, Miss Holliday. If that's even your real name. Oh.
Prof, message from Sniffer. He says she's the one.
They're making this too easy.
Yeah.
Just get to it. We know she's probably innocent.
Squeeze the canary till she squeals were his precious words.
Precise.
What is Hogg's problem?
I don't know.
You know who she is. Do you know how he is? Language.
Dots.
Dot! Hang on, that's not what you just told me, is it? There you go. Have I said something wrong? Something wrong?
Allow me to reassure you. In truth, yes, you are under suspicion of perpetrating this crime. However, no one has yet concluded that you are indeed guilty. Would you be so kind as to cooperate with our investigation so as to clear your name?
Well, if I have to. I have got better things to do with my time, though. Know what I mean? I think I came in halfway through Summit there. Still, looks like you've managed to calm her down now.
Okay then, so first let's examine the body, shall we? We need to investigate the poison that induced death. I'm also particularly interested in the song request sheet that the victims read out moments before his death.
Right then, let's get down to business.
Ms. Randall.
It was random.
So, where shall we start? Click anywhere. The body, I guess. We haven't actually done any investigating at this point.
No, we skipped it for once. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the body, shall we?
Miss Holiday, you actually saw the victim die right before your eyes, didn't you? If there's anything else that you noticed that seemed out of the ordinary, please do tell us.
Yeah, whatever. I suppose I can try to remember.
Yep, now we can investigate. Let's see here. That model is like so much more anatomically correct compared to any character designs in this game. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, not really. He doesn't have any dreads.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's not actually. Wait, no, that's a wig.
Oh.
I meant like, you know, it just looks like a normal dude. Let's see. Wig. The wig worn by the victim. It's a cheap pin-on type and easily dislodged. However, the thick and heavy dreadlocks don't look like a wig at all. Handkerchief. A very brightly colored yellow handkerchief written on it in Dread's writing is the phrase, "Well, surprised." Hanky code. I'm... If we have to deduce the hanky code to do this, I'm gonna lose it. The body of DJ Dwight Dredd caused a dead poison, then powerful neurotoxin would induce death in seconds. Portal reference.
This is Mr. Dredd's corpse here.
Cause of death was poison. That's beyond dispute.
What on earth's that thing on the floor next to him? Looks disgusting.
Sorry, what are you referring to?
You know, that shaggy what's it here? What's the funny item by the body?
I got it.
This is
sus. Oh my god.
This game was so ahead of its time.
Jeez, this case.
It's a wig, Prof.
Really?
I always thought his hair were a bit too, well, healthy for his age in all the photos you see of him.
He's like 43.
48, I think.
Oh, I thought it was 43.
43 was the other guy.
No. It's like, I mean, yeah, I guess for going near 50 then. No doubt all part of portraying a young image to increase his popularity. That scumbag. That dastard.
That dastard.
Perhaps he needed to
just-
volumize, do you think?
What? Even onto radio? Wow, I had no idea he wore a syrup.
What are any of you saying at any time? I don't
I
know
don't know
English
anymore.
lingo.
I can't, like...
You had no idea? But didn't you see it come off?
No, I saw him die. But he managed to keep his hair on for that. The wig never came off while I was there. What a headline. Syrup of fish.
I'm making fun of the dude's hairline. Dude.
Meanwhile, me with a very bad one.
Damn.
Anyways, I just exposed my IRL self. Woot. Anyways, are you absolutely sure about that, Miss Holiday? I'm not gonna forget something as shocking as that in a hurry, am I? Know what I mean?
If what you say is true, it implies that somebody took Mr. Dredd's wig off after he died.
Who would do something like that, eh? That's so hateful.
We lack the information to answer that at present, so let's turn our attention to another matter for now. Yeah, she didn't do it, I don't think. I believe her that she didn't have.
She's too trustworthy.
I don't know,
You be the cause.
It seems they found traces of the poisonous substance used to kill Dredd at the scene. Can you figure out where?
Leave it to me, Prof.
Okay, where would we find it? I mean, it's gotta be the T, right? I mean, I kind of don't suspect the...
T? Could be. There could be the T on the floor.
First, I'm just gonna check everything. Microphone used to capture... the poison's here! Surrounded with a flexible arm and easy to move close to whoever's talking at the time. True fact. Tea. The tea that Holiday was drinking is heavily sweetened with sugar and no trace of any kind of poison. So, obviously not that.
Obviously,
I mean, it's
no
probably...
poison there. Duh.
Probably on the floor, yeah. Okay. Cool chair. Contents of his cup found to contain traces of the neurotoxin, so it's there, but I'm just gonna get this while we're here.
Get the cup.
Broken to pieces, only his fingerprints were lifted from the porcelain. Okay.
Spilled tea. There's traces of the poison in tea here.
As no traces of poison were found on the scene, we can assume Dredd was killed by poison tea. I knew it. It wasn't going to be her gift.
That's not what happened at all. Nah, he died after he ate me macaroons, didn't he?
Macadoons.
Macaroons.
Macrons, you say? Even... Is it macrons or macaroons? Why are there two O's there? Because I hear it twice. Like, I know the French pronunciation is supposed to be macrons. But I guess they're just this...
Like their prime minister.
I don't know enough about French politics to understand that.
I don't know anything either. I just know the name Emmanuel Macron for some reason.
Huh.
So that just reminds me of that. I think he is or was the prime minister of France at one. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think about
French
France
politics.
much. Macrons, you
I
say?
barely know anything about my own country.
Lucy, what do we know
Yeah.
about these Macrons? Let's see here. Yes, here we... Oh.
Yes, here we are. The Macrons the victim were eating on air. Here's the file.
Give me a sec to look at the pronunciation, because I'm really... It's Macron, yeah, but they're saying it with two O's. What? It is macaroon. Damn. Yes, this is a little odd. No trace of poison was found in any of the macaroons. The runes are clean.
What are you on about? I saw it with my own eyes. He started coughing and put straight, and that's straight after he put the macaroon in his mouth. To be honest, he never actually took one sip of that tea.
Huh. Are you quite sure?
Personally, I think honesty is one of the most important virtues. So I wouldn't lie, know what I mean?
He never touched his tea. Like, he didn't make any drinking noises when on the air, I guess. That was something I did notice, but like, then what's going on here? Did he straight up... Because they said he died from poisoning. So, unless they're just wrong, he literally choked and died somehow after one bite.
That would be funny.
That would put you firmly at the top of the list of suspects, Miss Holiday. After all, you're the one who brought Mr. Dredd after the aforementioned hot macaroons, are you not?
What? I'm not going behind bars, am I? We are talking about murder, Miss Holiday. You'll definitely go to prison for it, eh? But I don't really like prison. You know what I mean?
Oh, she's just like me for real.
Who likes prison? Any prison likers in chat?
Dude, any prison stands? Any fans of the justice system?
Any fans of the American U.S. jail system or any other jail systems?
Yeah, I saw one from
It's
Norway that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, you don't like it, you say? Oh, hang on a minute. 'Cause it must have been Melody who did it. Yeah, how's Miss Smith suddenly involved in all of this? Well, no disrespect or nothing, but it was my manager who actually purchased the macaroons for me. Oh, I? Yeah, to be honest, I don't know nothing about the poison, so at the end of the day, it must have been her. You want to arrest her quick, you know. She's well scary. Always telling me what to do and what not to do she is. I hate the miserable witch.
Damn.
I'm afraid, Mrs. Holiday, we can't very well go around arresting anyone and everyone you don't much like.
Just a moment, there's something we need to clear up here. Presumably at the point when you gave Mr. Dread the macaroons, they were unopened?
Of course they were. They were a gift, weren't they?
So the poison would need to have been added after the wrapping was removed, sometime during the show. That's not much time. A full view of the victim, in other words.
Well, obviously, this isn't what happened. That would have been totally impossible.
I mean, Randall's gonna come up, but like, straight up, this just makes it sound like he just choked and died within like 5 seconds.
That would be funny, but not really. So then we're back to thinking he were poisoned by his kappa then, aren't we? But the tea lady that brought it to him has vanished in the thin air.
At this
Not
stage,
Randall,
yeah, not Randall. We need to talk to Randall. At this stage, the only thing we can be sure of is that the tea holds the key to this entire case. He choked on it. He choked on the key. Kingdom Hearts. We should have made. We should make sure we investigate the teacup as well as the tea it contained.
Right away, Prof.
Teacup. Oh, I think I'm a teapot. I guess this is literally just the cup.
This key teacups had it then.
Presumably, it fell on the floor when the victim collapsed.
Okay, that's a little tricky.
Pucka?
That's a Pucka Royal Dralton teacup, that is. Top quality. They cost a bomb. What a waste. We got some fingerprints off of it too, Prof. Well, that's about it.
Dot, dot, dot. There's something strange about this teacup, Lucy.
Really? What?
He's got them fake teacups. Let's see if you can figure it out. Literally did not look at any of these things. I guess we should look at it again. Yes. So the way it looks or the way it fell are the things I think is...
There was something in the description of it, I think. There might have been.
Broken into pieces upon impact at the floor. Only Dread's fingerprints were on it.
Skip.
The way it broke? I mean, it shattered into pieces, which I mean...
Maybe the fingerprints. Because only Dread's were... So, I don't know.
I mean, Dread, it makes sense that... No, wait. Yeah. We didn't have the fingerprints from the lady. The, tea person, wasn't it?
Unless she had gloves. Ah. Oh, it's the prince. There's no fingerprints from the tea lady that brought the drinks. Yay!
Because then it would be shown that's Randall who did it. Precisely. I'm glad you noticed, Lucy. Almost certainly somebody wiped the fingerprints from the cup after it was brought into the studio.
No disrespect to you, but does anyone give a monkeys? Wow, okay. I'm so confused by her character.
I think she just wants it to be over with.
Yeah.
She's not particularly
at the
super
end of the
invested in
day,
this.
You can't know who wiped him off, right?
Miss Holliday is quite right. There's a little point continuing this line of investigation at the moment.
Right, then. I'll poke my nose somewhere else then.
Questioning over. Deadly request. While on air, the victim received a request for a song titled I'll Be the Death of You.
To be honest with you, he nearly had a heart attack when he keeled over. Seems highly likely it were the killer that sent the request through, eh?
What did her comment have to do with what they were talking about? It seemed like she just like had a flashback for a second.
I'm so confused by her character.
Well, let's examine the facts sheet the request was written on and see what we can deduce. Yep. Okay, where's the fax machine? There it is. That's not the fax machine.
That's the corpse.
That's just the dead guy. The window.
Corpse facts.
Soundproof window that looks straight out onto the neighboring building. Only grimy gray walls visible. On the day in question, the window was locked. Oh, what? Someone climbed in through the window? What?
Okay, but who asked?
Yeah, like, cool, but like, who? What? That's not important, is it? Like, there's a real who asked one.
Yeah.
Rather antiquated fax machine that can be heard operating during radio broadcasts. Okay, that's gonna be important.
Try the papers on the desk.
The fact that I don't know if the fax machine was audible, I guess, so it's not like they were faking that, but macaroons from a popular confectioner. No traces of poison were found in the one half eaten. Dude just hated macaroons.
Or, if you really want to make it dancy, macarona.
Yeah. Song request fax in from a listener reads, I'll be the death of you in handwritten script and assigned Angel of Death.
Here's the request sheet, Prof. I'm afraid it doesn't look very promising. Nothing of note. Besides a note.
Well, it allows us to confirm that it really was sent during the broadcast, at least.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I saw it come in, didn't I? So, the killer words were on the other end of the line, then.
If you assume it's the killer, anyways. Could just be a red herring. Quite possibly. Let's examine the fax machine and see what we can deduce.
Now we look at the fax machine.
You're now allowed to look at the fax machine.
Because before, nope. This is it, Prof. The request sheet were sent in through this fax machine. Looks like a regular machine to me. No signs of jiggery pokey.
What are you guys talking about? I just feel like that one clip was like, what are they doing? Whatever.
What?
Just listening to these people speak. The sender's details are still present by the look of it. Have Sniffer find out where it was sent from. Dox this guy.
Sniffer, show me this guy's balls.
And we figure out that's Richard by cross-examination.
Will do, Prof.
We're still some way from being able to identify the culprit.
Look, let's just say it was Melody and be done with it, okay? End of.
Jeez.
We can't do that!
Let's go over what we already know. First of all, where was the poison that killed the victim found? Well, you know, it's tea. They spilled the tea. Something.
This is me when I spilled the tea. The poison were in the tea. How many times have I gotta tell you? The bloke never touched his tea. It can't have been the tea that killed him. I've got to say, Prof, I don't think she's lying about this.
No, me neither. It's a very curious discrepancy, because you didn't hear him drink the tea at all. And not the only one either. There's another Miss Holliday's statement, if you remember. What doesn't add up? I'm assuming it's another one of hers. Yeah, his wig didn't fall off. And what's the evidence that contradicts the you know, the wig, obviously.
The wig. Exactly. The victim's wig weren't on his head, but according to Miss Holliday, he still had the wig on when she last saw him, which were after he died. Yep, I'm 110% about that.
Percent.
There's no way I could have missed it if he didn't have his hair on. No, well, I mean.
I don't believe Miss Holliday is lying.
No, nor do I. But who'd be that nasty that they'd do something like that to someone who'd... Hey, yep, that's the telephone. It'll be Sniffer, I'll bet.
Someone like a jealous ex. I'll take it, Lucy. I've got a number of questions for him. Hey, Effendi doing something. Instead of just like being like, I figured it out already.
So, how old are you then? I'm 22. You're joking. I'm 22. Talk about a 1 in a million. Hi, amazing. And that's important because... So what's the score with you and Professor Whitey? You going out?
Oh my god. They really...
Why did everyone ask that? Not likely!
Gave over. But, like a lot recently in these, they've just been like, are you dating? It's like, what?
Oh, sorry. It's not a bad looker, eh? But that white gal's a bit of a disaster. And I don't know what he's on about half the time. To be honest, I think he might be a little funny in the head.
He does have his moments.
Yes. Alfendi can get a little bit silly. A little. I can't deny the coat's a bit, well... But the prof can see to the heart of any case just like that. There's not many fellows that can match that. Oh, I get it. You fancy him, but he isn't into you, is it?
Damn.
Oh, give over! There's no such thing! Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. I'm the height of discretion. I'll try and talk you up, alright?
This is a height of depression.
To be honest, I agree with you. I think an older man's better at the end of the day. More mature in that. I keep telling you now, there's not between us!
Sounds like you two are having fun.
Fun is not the word, bruv!
Well, anyway, Anyways, some new information has come to. He totally heard that. He was yelling.
Yeah, he heard all
He
of that.
totally just hears all of them talking about him. Well, anyway, some new information has come to light. The song request fax was sent from inside this. It has to be Randall or Richard,
It's
whatever his name.
Randall.
I literally
It's
forgot what his name
Randall.
was. Randall. Okay,
It's
thank
just
you.
Randall.
It's
Randall
got
man
to be Randall. Who
is
else?
our man.
No! How's that possible?
There's some really possible.
Randall man. It's Randall.
One of our
That's the way it's possible.
One of our chaps was sent to check it out right away, and he found the tea lady's body there.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Eh?
This is gonna be the revealing of the clothes or whatever. There's no way there's two people who are dead and she's not just
What's
Randall.
this? What's this? Something's happened, has it? We're talking about the same tea lady that we're missing? The one who brought the tea?
Yes.
So we've got 2 unsolved murders on our hands now then.
Twice the murder. It can't be. She can't just be someone else. Actually,
Darn
no.
it. Uh-oh. Eh?
According to the office on the scene, there's evidence that the tea lady was indeed Dredd's killer.
What kind of evidence? Come on, Prof, spill the beans.
Firstly, they found the song request fact sheet that was sent to Mr. Dredd next to her body. Handwriting analysis has already confirmed it was the tea lady who wrote it.
Oh.
And on top of that, they found the poison with her too. The same poison used to kill Mr. Dredd.
So what exactly
So-
are you saying then?
Case closed. As I explained, the tea lady was the one who brought the tea that the victim drank, except he didn't drink it, so we don't actually have no idea. In other words, the tea lady was Miss Dwight Dredd's killer.
But if she were the killer, how come she's wound up dead now? You know what this is, don't you? It's suicide. At the end of the day, she's done herself in, hasn't she?
It turns out the tea lady was a huge fan of DJ Dee Dee. Pet names? The theory is that they have had some kind of argument that sparked all this off.
What, she killed him just because she liked him that much? Heh, yeah, that's it. It's a proper case of hero worship, eh? Hi.
Well, anyway, the case is closed. Wait, really?
Oh, so I can go home now? Can I? Terrific.
Oh, yes, me. I've just been baffled. I was like, just thinking. Yes, you're free to go. Thank you for. So, did Randall kill himself afterwards? And that's what's going on here? We'd have to see if Randall's alive still. Because
If Randall's alive, then I'm gonna be so disappointed in this game.
I don't know. It has to be Randall though. Like, there's no way you just do that in a game from 2013 and have not be the linchpin of your entire story.
Come on. Yeah, exactly.
So
Subverting my expectations game.
subverting expectations by doing the thing.
Exactly.
Okay, are they two people?
I don't know. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Alright then, see ya, darling. No. There's somewhat bothering me. What, can't get enough of me, eh? I do have that effect on people. No! Bothering me about the case! Thank you, Miss Holiday. You really can go now. Tara!
He attacked her. She gave it her battle cry. Like Torian.
See ya!
I think she's my favorite, like, suspect so far that has been interviewed.
Yes.
She was way better than that other guy. The one from the last case, Chico.
Yes. Chico
I
was
like her.
interesting to play, to say the least.
She's just like so kind of not that interested, but also not obviously lying about anything. She's just kind of like,
She's
please,
just there.
go.
She's just there.
She doesn't hate them either. That is something I really don't like about the other, like, what should I call them? Interviewees, I guess? Where they just kind of hate
Yeah.
Lucy and Alfendi. She doesn't hate them. She's just kind of like,
Troll.
yeah.
She does a little trolling, a little shipping.
So
real
that's wrapped
casual.
up then. You can go home early if you like, Lucy.
Prof, there's definitely something not right here.
Is Lucy gonna be the one to crack it this time?
I mean, there's a gaping hole between the evidence at the scene and Miss Holliday's statement.
Well, nevertheless, the case is now closed. What?
Come on.
Why would he be the one who'd be like cool with just closing it because on paper it's closed? Isn't he supposed to be the righteous one
this
here?
is usually Lucy's thing. Are
Yeah.
we seeing genuine character development here?
More like character development in Alfendi's case. Does he really just not care? Like, you're the guy that would care about this. Like, what's going on
But-
with you?
But
Actually, there was something I was hoping to get done, so, we'll pick this up again tomorrow, shall we? What is wrong with you? What is going on
We're
with this
supposed to
tune?
solve this in a day, not 2 days.
alright then, Prof.
Why does he just act like the shadiest dude sometimes? Questioning over.
No, it's not right. Something's definitely amiss.
And obviously the thing is, Effendi pointed out, like, the whole teacup thing. Like, the obvious
Exactly.
gaping hole is that he didn't even drink the tea that was poisoned.
Exactly. Well, if the prof sauce, I suppose I'll just have to figure this out on my own. Oh, Prof?
Lucy, did you forget something?
No, it's just... I can't get this case out of my head. I thought maybe if I had another look at the scene, I might be able to figure some out.
You're just not willing to let it go, huh?
Anyway, what are you up to, Prof?
Murder. Just a bit of investigating for fun, and you're the kind of guy who's just saying
For
case closed. I don't- What is your deal?
For fun? Hey up, that's where the tea lady last were bumped off, wasn't it?
Yes, although I can't reproduce the entire scene now because the case has been closed. Is that how it
My
works?
gosh, the contrivances in this mission.
I knew it. I knew you wouldn't be able to let it go either, Prof.
So why'd you have to act like it did? As it happens, I've uncovered some evidence to support Holliday's statement. Oh, we're gonna have 2 crime scenes this time. Honest Holliday.
So what's this evidence you found that backs up Holliday's statement then, Prof?
Well, Lucy, do you remember that what was broadcast, what we were listening to together?
I think I can remember the gist of it.
The evidence is in the transmission itself. I managed to borrow a recording of this show. Listen carefully to this now. We got a very special guest in the studio tonight, people. It's the drop dead gorgeous Miss Dolly Holliday. We're gonna have to go the whole thing again.
Dwight. It's terrific to be on the show. Here, I bought you something. That ever so tasty.
Wow, thanks, Dolly. So then this is the fax machine. Sounds like a fax is coming in already. So our first request this morning is from a Miss Angel of Death. I'll be the death of you. Whoa, it sounds like someone wants to turn DJ Dwight Tread into DJ stupid.
Stupid. Don't you go dying on me, Dwight. I'll never live it down.
Well, if I am about to sign for the last time ever, allow me to try one of your mouth-watering offerings first.
Hee
So, he ate it.
Munch, munch, gulp.
Although, could the gulp be tea? But, if it's... I doubt it. It's probably just him biting it, because I believe Holiday's statement. And if we're supposed to find evidence that backs it up, then... Okay, he eats macaroon, then he freaking dies.
Oi, what's going on?
Dwight, are you alright? I literally forgot Mike was in this entire case until just now. I totally forgot about him. Dwight, are you alright? Let's go to an ad break. Come on, quickly.
Did it radio
And it's in the ad thing. Well, enjoy that. I wasted 30 seconds of your time.
Holiday's laying it on too thick.
Oh, well, maybe, but never mind that.
It just struck me, that's all.
Okay, but ignoring that, there's a blatant discrepancy between the radio show and the scene of the crime. Can you get it? Crash Bang Wallop is what stands out to me about it. Where are these doors? Very thick and heavy looking door with extremely good sound insulating.
Could be the door.
What is this couch doing?
I don't know. It's a very
Uses
sus.
quality in the way that George tries with its decor.
Because the surrounding decor is just
This gamer chair.
terrible. Sofa!
Sophie's my staff and guests because I've been here a while. Why is this evidence?
Here's the proof!
Wait, why is there this part of the room that you can look at? Oh, whoops. What's at odds with the recording? I don't know.
Is it the door being ajar?
It could be, because we didn't hear anyone open the door, though I'd imagine that happened afterwards when they were getting the ambulances and stuff. Bikini woman's. Those are holidays still sitting. Do we not look at everything here?
I think so.
We don't look at this.
Here's the proof!
I mean, there's a crash bang wallop sound. I don't know what the wallop is.
Maybe
Could have been someone,
door.
him getting hit
Is
by
the
the chair? We could try the door.
Open.
I'm
Yes,
willing to
Mike.
believe that the door is... I see.
I see.
Where's the discrepancy between that and what we heard on the radio?
Wrong!
Oh. You're right to pick up on the sound of George collapsing, but there's another piece of evidence I'm referring to. Let's listen to it again.
No. We do not want to listen to the entire thing again.
Try considering some different evidence.
Okay.
So it's the sound, I mean, so there's a fax machine.
Yeah.
I don't know, I want to say it has to do with this chair. I don't know, just the wallop sound, them saying wallop really can only mean someone getting hit.
Could be.
We'll just try everything.
Everything must be.
What else? I feel like it won't be something that we've really looked at, but... Small window, it's a single pane of glass that cannot be opened or closed.
I suppose.
A mixing desk.
Ooh.
You know, that is
Eh?
interesting.
Eh? I see.
The annual sale? I don't think that's important, but
Okay, try the annual sale.
sure. I'm afraid I don't follow your reasoning here. Think about it, Lucy. The sounds we hear on the radio tell us what happened in the studio, and they also tell us what didn't happen. What didn't happen? Do you want to hear it again? Okay. So what didn't happen? Fine, we have to think about it. So what? Okay. There's the fax machine. He gets the fax. That happens. We have the message. We know it was used by someone in the office.
Maybe the fax machine sound?
He eats the macaron. Macaroon. I mean,
I don't think that was an option, though. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't want to listen to it again. What didn't happen? Crash, bang, wall up.
Yeah, there wasn't like glass shattering, was there? There wasn't.
I thought that's what the crash was, but
Crash, bang, wallop.
we'll try it.
I see.
Ah, okay, it was the key
That's
again.
right.
No, I thought the crash was what
Ah.
that sounded like. I guess it'd be a shatter.
Well, wallop would be like someone getting punched. So that's
He could have been thrown at him, and then he just somehow.
He just took it. He was like, okay, screw it. Takes the entire tea to the head.
He had one teacup thrown at him and died.
Yes. There were a broken teacup at the scene of the crime, but no sound of the cup breaking on air.
You can't break a cup on air. Precisely. You can clearly hear when Dredd collapses from his chair, and yet there's no sound of a cup breaking.
So, the cup didn't break during the show, you mean?
Almost certainly. It's increasingly clear that Miss Holliday's statement is true. Dredd never drank the tea. If he had, it's highly unlikely that he would have dropped and broken the cup as the poison entered his bloodstream.
So, Miss Holliday's statement is the bona fide truth? Well, in that case, when did he drink the poison? And when did the cup break?
My hypothesis is correct. Dredd was given the poison after the show went off air.
Eh? What? When the broadcast had finished, you mean?
Yes, quite possibly.
So even though he collapsed during the show when it were on air, he had the poison after that? You've got me right flummoxed now, Prof.
Dredd collapsed on air after eating the macaroon given to him by Holiday. That's the point.
Aye, I'm sure. I'm getting further and further from it.
Haha. Well, why don't we do some investigation in that area? So he did he literally just choke on a macaroon, fell down, and then
Dread. Yeah.
they gave him tea? There's a clear discrepancy between the scene we see here and the state of the studio just after the show. It poses the question of why Dredd became physically distressed after he ate the macaroon. Why he became distressed. Alright, why would eating a perfectly normal macaroon do that to him? Oh,
It's
I'm-
fine.
we got ahead of myself.
Why? Why would eating a perfectly normal macaroon do that to him when he hadn't touched the tea?
Quite. He hadn't had any poison at all, yet everyone around him mistakenly believed he did. I mean, he died.
Almost like you were just putting it on and pretending to die or something.
This has just gotten confusing in a dumb way.
Yeah.
He's pretending to die, and then someone actually killed the guy who's pretending. What? That's exactly what I'm thinking. There's actually existing evidence at the scene that supports the idea that he was faking his own death. Is he not
Where
dead?
did this come from?
Yeah, see if you can. Okay, so it's got to be the mixing booth, right? There's got to be something to do with the mixing booth. There's no way they had the mixing booth there, and it's not going to be a big gotcha moment. Faking his death?
Try the
I
mixing
mean,
studio.
I will, but I feel like it's also this weird message from earlier. Well, surprised.
It's not this hanky, is it?
See what it says? Well, surprised.
Bayek! He pretended to die, and he were going to use this hanky to show it we're all a big joke.
I don't know what the hanky was gonna be. I kind of thought it was a weird sexual implication thing. I don't know why I'm just
What?
saying that.
What?
Well, because I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna explain the hanky code. Anyways, that's
Okay.
right. Dredd was trying to play a practical joke on Holiday and everyone else in the studio. What is this? He was joking. It's for fun. He died for fun. Okay, it's a prank.
He died for the lulz.
It was a prank, guys. He's trying to play a practical joke. So it made it look like he was in pain as soon as he took a bite of the macaroon. After he pretended to collapse over, he drank the poison tea and really did die.
Oh my gosh.
Where's the part where we get that Randall did this somehow? Because that just sounds like he was just being stupid and died on his own for being kind of an idiot.
Huh?
So he pretends to die, then he really dies because he drinks the poison when he's faking it.
The amount of loopholes that this story is taking is
It's going in
More than-
loophole circles, it's doing loops.
it's doing so many loopholes. The loopholes have loopholes, thus creating a loopholeception.
Happy Pride Month, gamers.
Once that poison took hold of him, he would have keeled over with a fair wool up, right? That must be when he dropped the cup and broke it then. And when his wig fell off, eh?
It's an absurd ending to the whole affair, but there's a considerable chance that this is what happened. We haven't even gotten to any suspect besides Holiday, really. I forget that Mike
A
is there, I forget the
considerable
manager's there,
chance.
just...
It's more like a dead cert if you ask me.
It's certain that the dude pretended to die and then drank poison tea and died in the same spot.
Oh my gosh.
It would greatly narrow down the possible suspects.
Hey! Do you know who done it now, Prof? Do you?
I have someone in mind. But before we pick
Randall.
up it's Randall.
Randall.
We haven't talked about Randall at all. It's gonna be It's gonna be some last minute thing where he's like,
It's Randall.
you like to wear dresses, but you're a guy. Which means you...
Whoa!
But before we pick up the culprit, let's just take some time to investigate the death of the tea lady. Do we get 2?
Oh, I've been itching to look into this.
So let me fill you in on the tea lady who was found dead. Annie Brewer. She worked at the
Oh, dang, it's a whole other different person.
It's a whole other person? Wait a second. No. You can't just make it a whole other person now. You're gonna do the lamest thing and play it straight. It is the exact. She works at the part-time employee, huge fan of DJ Didi's captivating voice. I mean, no, you can't set this all up to just be like. I'm shaking and crying. She was a huge fan of Dread, and several people say they remember seeing the pair chatting at times. Pride Month is cancelled. It's over. Go home.
Are they involved then? At
Bro, what?
18,
What is going on with these age gaps in this game?
Yeah.
Between every single couple is like, hey, yo, excuse me.
This is the worst one.
This is the worst one. We have reason to believe that they were, yes. Although there's little evidence to actually back that up. So you don't have a reason, really.
Hi, well, with both of them dead, there's no one can tell us for sure, I suppose.
Bro, the 18-year-old and the nearly 50-year-old guy, I'm
He was trying to
shocked.
act young. Gosh dang.
but not that young. And also just like, I mean, they could be talking because she's the tea lady. She probably comes by often. I don't know. Like, oh, we'd have reason to
Honestly,
believe it, but we also have no
talking,
reason.
They were
It's like,
involved
what?
in getting each other, you know, getting orders, you know.
Yeah, it's like, they
get
were
deal.
seen in the same room together a couple times, so that might be reason to believe they were actually in a relationship.
Yes, they are in a serious and committed relationship with one another.
Now let's turn our attention to the
obviously.
room where Brewer's body was discovered. There's a storeroom not a minute's walk from the studio.
Right next to it. What? Telling.
Seems that the storeroom is just that, and staff rarely have cause to go inside. It's apparently kept unlocked, though, so anyone can get in there should they want to.
So, Brewer went there to hide after she took the drinks into the studio?
That seems most probable.
What we need to figure out then is what went on in that room.
They've managed to obtain additional statements from all suspects about their movements after Dread's death. Let's have a look at them.
Will
My
do,
interest in trying to figure this out has plummeted now that we know that she's just a lady. She's just some other person. After that, I was with one of the security guards the whole time, waiting for the police. He was just my type. What's that supposed to mean? It's, oh, I'm assuming he just started flirting with one of the security guards.
Okay.
Wild time to be doing that after someone just died in front of you, but that's it.
Missed a really good opportunity story.
I mean, it would have been cliche, like so cliche, but I was excited to finally have a leg up on this case.
Same.
And then it just got kind of stupid.
And then they just throw, oh, he was faking his death the entire time, and then he drank the tea and died then.
He faked his death and died for
Really?
real. It's such a wild twist. And then the lady's just another lady. She's just like, she works there. How was she not identified beforehand? She works there. Like, if you know it was a tea lady, there's only so many people who that could be.
So I can finally have a look at the storeroom then, can't I?
The question really is whether Brewer committed suicide or was murdered. Let's see for ourselves, shall I? Also, Randall's the only one whose report got updated, so I mean, he could still... It would be such a stupid twist that she is another person, but he also killed her. Like, maybe Anise...
I don't know where this case is going. Let's just keep going.
Anise kills the dude faking his death, and then Randall kills her for killing him. And we've got a double
because
murder.
he actually wanted to be in a relationship. Okay.
I have no idea anymore.
This story's going loops.
This,
Did Brewer
yeah.
commit suicide or was she murdered? We need to figure out which it was.
Right. Well, where do we start then?
There are two pieces of evidence that led to Dredd's murder being pinned on Brewer. Firstly, the song request written in Brewer's handwriting, and secondly, the poison used to kill Dredd. It's just we started looking at both of them. Also, why'd she kill him?
That sounds like a plan.
She doesn't have a motive to kill him.
She was bored.
She was bored. I like that.
Just
Well, she killed him for flirt. If they were in a relationship, then she probably killed him for being a creep.
I mean, that would make sense.
That would make sense. I'd say it's totally justified, but what is this?
I don't know where this story
Other than it's just like, why? Why would you murder him? Now I've added to the storeroom to the crime scene because I just tap the door in the studio to go in.
The door in the studio. Okay, sounds simple enough.
Yes, let's get started. Cosmic Bus. Let's begin. We can do other things now. Yay.
Ew!
We got two of them now.
Goodness, that's a lot of things.
Coffee.
It's a speaker. Loudspeaker to continue plays whatever the station is broadcasting at the time. Dredd's last show would have been audible on it. A corpse. Dead body of a nice brewer. Cause of death, poisoning. It's exactly the same poison that's found in Dredd's body. There are no signs of external injury. Coffee in a paper cup that was purchased from a drinks machine inside the station. Traces of the poison that killed both Brewer and Dredd have been found inside. And a note.
What?
The words Ferrard's sale are oh my god, the thing actually came up. The weird, like, end of broadcast ad
sale.
thing. It's written in non-permanent ink, so it must be fairly recent. What?
This is what happens when you don't get the great
Scroll.
discounts at Garage Sale. 50% off everything happening right now, including coffins.
Okay, so...
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, that's how this works. There's two bodies that need coffins right now. Okay, so this makes me think she was murdered and it was not suicide, or else her suicide note would have been Ferrard's sale.
That would be the best and worst suicide note ever.
So I'm assuming she got the coffee and it was then poisoned. Maybe while she was
Yeah.
out of the room trying to poison the other guy.
Unless the entire drinks machine is poisoned, in which case, well,
That would
that's
be
not
another.
good.
That would be another insane twist. That's just like, this building is old and the pipes actually have an incredible amount of lead in them, or something like that.
It was the sewer system that killed.
It was actually a terrible infrastructure that caused this tragedy. Broken glass with
Please
traces of
help
poison,
here.
identified as the same substance that killed both victims. This is a container for the poison before it was smashed. Oh my god.
Hey.
Here's the fact she is.
Yeah.
And
A cheap, non.
oh wait, inspect the request and poison, right? Okay, I forgot we had an objective here. Original song request, non-permanent ink. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm all done. There's no question. It's Brewer's handwriting on the song request sheet. And the poison's the same stuff that were used to kill Dredd without a shadow of a doubt. I can't deny it seems pretty likely that she did do him in.
It's too soon to draw any conclusions, Lucy, despite me having conclusions like 3 times so far. Personally, I find the
Yeah.
broken glass container that contained the poison a little sus.
Aye, That were bothering me too.
She looks like smashed with considerable force. Its original shape is beyond recognition.
There's no saying that what folk will do when there's unrequited love involved, Prof.
What are you talking about?
Lucy!
I dare say there's a good reason for yes. It's because the bottle was shaped like the word Randall, which would have incriminated the murderer. But she was murdered. Like, Randall came in, poisoned the coffee after he learned that she poisoned the tea. And then... anyways, let's see if there isn't any evidence to suggest foul play. It's the note.
Let's have a look.
Find proof that was murder. It has to be the stupid note, but I'm gonna check these other things first. A selection of sweets. Every one has been unwrapped and nibbled. Cabinet. I mean, not that important. It has to be the note. Because there's no way there's a suicide note that's about, like, Farad's sale.
Do you think this note she wrote on her hand might be a clue about someone?
It's obviously something she'd only just written. I wonder what Farad's sale means. What evidence relates to Farad's sale?
Radio show.
Oh, just that. I was gonna say the loudspeakers, but...
Exactly!
Hey, Prof. Oh.
Hey, Prof, remember what the ad they played onto radio after what happened on the show? That's what it was. It were an advert for the big sale on at Farad's.
Ah, of course. Brewer must have heard the advertisement and made a note of it on her hand.
That must be it.
Which is not something you do. Well, that would tell us something, wouldn't it? Like, she didn't see it coming.
She didn't see it coming. Dun 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 dun.
Fast your eyes. You're done. And never see it coming. Farad sale.
Brewer must have been thinking she'd go to the Farad sale, and thinking while she were in that room. So she can't have had any clue that she were about to die then, can she?
So it's not a suicide. No, she can't. Just to be sure, let's find out when else that advertisement was aired. It's just possible she made the note on another occasion.
I'll go and make the necessary inquiries right away, Prof.
That was quick.
I got the answer, Prof. That was
Just
the quickest
left.
inquiries ever.
That was unbelievably quick, Lucy.
Exactly. Aye, investigating's all about speed, I say.
And not careful detective work.
Anyway, it turns out that we're the very first time that ad had ever aired.
Convenient, and that's undeniable. Brewer was murdered by Randall.
Was she an accomplice of the real killers then, do you think? Killed to shut her up or something?
What do you think? Was she an accomplice? Like, I don't know. I think it was I don't know.
Cavalier about like murdering someone, and then she's like, "You know what would be great right now? Well, I'm gonna go purchase something at Farad's sale."
I think maybe. Okay, another idea is forming in my head, but it still involves Randall. Which is
Randall is guilty.
I'm sorry. He needs to be involved in this some way. He's the only one who had an update to this statements ever. No one else updated this statement. I'm assuming it's something like he poisoned her tea before she brought it out to them. And then he went back and poisoned the coffee. Or maybe he poisoned the coffee before, like, calling the ambulances and stuff, since it took a while and they keep bringing that up. So maybe he went and did that and then went to go call them. So then she came back, had her coffee, and died. So I'm gonna say she wasn't an accomplice.
Yeah.
Because then that'd be a very weird double murder in...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, man. This case is weird. Exactly. Okay, good. I don't think Brewer were in on it, actually. She's left the song request fax just lying about in full view, not to mention all them sweet rappers. She just doesn't seem to have been that bothered, really. Not what you'd expect of a killer. I mean, they're all cold.
An excellent deduction. I couldn't agree more.
Hee hee.
There's too much evidence left behind in this room. If she'd known about the plan to kill Dredd, she would have been tidier. She wouldn't have wanted to get caught. She was sloppy. In all likelihood, I imagine Dredd approached Brewer. He would have told her of his plans for a great practical joke and asked her to help him.
Aye, that makes sense. It does,
What?
actually.
Poisoning?
No, the angel of death part.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part.
And that's why she were totally unfazed after hearing Dredd collapse and making notes about sales and shops.
And that's why they were talking to each other and not because of a weird relationship thing. Exactly.
So the real killer used Brewer without her even knowing about it. To kill her absolute idol of all people.
Yes, a contemptible trick indeed, even for a murderer. I'm gonna see the sexy man up here.
So who were it then? Who's behind all this?
The manager.
Randall.
I believe I know who it was.
Do you?
Yes, Brewer's killer and Dredd killers are one in the sense they're finally catching up to us. It's Randall, it has to be. I expect you've
Randall.
also figured it out by now, haven't you, Lucy? So who's the real culprit? It's Randall.
Randall.
Mike.
No. It's Randall.
I can do the thing again, it's the dude who kills himself. I cannot believe he faked his death and then died for real.
For real, for real.
Wait, what?
No, come on! Dang
I
it!
Does
Dang
it-
it!
Yes, Brewer's killer and Dredd killer. Who had the time to commit both murders? The choice is extremely limited. He did. He's the one who. He had to. They keep
Man.
talking about how long it took for him to like do the thing. I mean, I don't think that's good evidence. Who's the real killer?
Okay, fine. It's Mike the Bonaire.
Someone who had
That's mushroom
time.
Lego.
We don't really know who this guy is. You're kidding me.
Oh.
I mean, I guess he's had the time because we barely mentioned what he's been up to. Everyone else is busy. So, sure, but like he's been so unimportant to the rest of this case.
Dang it, we wanted Randall to be the
Yeah,
murderer.
get this Mike guy out of here is Randall. We will make Randall a murderer.
Exactly. Make Randall murder people.
Randall murder is okay.
Yes.
Release the Randall cut.
Okay. That must have been the director, Mike de Bonaire. Sure. He's the only one who could have been in the right place at the right time for both murders.
I agree. After Dredd's feigned death, I cannot get over that. Dies and dies again. After Dredd's
Dies.
feigned death, Holiday and Smith were together the whole time. Man, the sound man. Calls for
Man,
help
the
from
sound
other
man.
members or of staff to contact emergency services and then spend the rest of the night just flirting with like the security
Everybody.
officer apparently. What a time, dude. Time and place. You're probably impacting that person's job. The only suspect who is on their own as events are unfolding is Debonair.
So we're him then, without any question. Right. I'll go and get someone to bring him in.
Oh boy, I'm going to interview. Uh-oh. He's thinking.
Thinking.
Yes, there's no question that Debonair is the culprit. But still, there's one thing that's confusing and puzzling and I accidentally clicked too fast. Whoops.
Yeah.
The thing that's confusing is that debonair is not important, or it has been for the past, like, over an hour. There's no
Exactly.
question now that debonair is suffered
Debonair
the deaths
come
of Dread
out of
Emperor.
thin
Let's
air.
get him in. Oh, come on. Fine. What is confusing about this is, I don't know, cool sweater?
That is a cool
Dolly, I'm
sweater.
terribly sorry to have kept. Goodness, where's Dolly?
She's not here.
Oh, well, that's rather strange. She said she wanted to see me. What exactly did you tell this man, Lucy?
I just couldn't get a hold of him. In the end, I had to resort to asking Miss Holliday if she... Well,
Ah, that little minx, she doesn't know who she's messing with.
allow me to apologize, Mr. Debonair. I had no idea this had gone on.
Oh, no, not at all. I can hardly blame your lovely assistant. After all, if a man allows himself to be duped, it's usually for a less than honorable reason. Ha ha ha. Who are you, dude? Anyway, I must be getting back.
Dude. Just a minute, please, Mr. Debonair. We do actually have a few questions we'd like to ask you.
Well, it's, not often a pretty young girl wants to chat with old folky like me, so why not? Why do I gotta voice these kinds of guys? Let's choose these guys. No, it's fine. It's happened twice.
Okay.
But it better
Oh
be
my
something
God.
important if they weren't dragging me out of bed. I need a nap. Same.
Well, it's,
Yes, this is an extremely serious matter. More serious than you and your...
As opposed to a silly matter.
Yeah, this is not a silly matter. Get your silly clothes out of here.
This is no laughing matter.
Seems you may well be responsible for the death of two innocent people, you see. I swear, the thing is gonna be like... He killed Dread so that he could free up space so Holiday is able to take place on the air show or something stupid because they're actually in love. It's not gonna have anything to do with anything it's not gonna do anything with what we were theorizing this was about. Who are you people exactly? I'm Inspector Layton, Serious Crime Division.
I love Serious Crime Division. Serious Crime Division.
Yeah, that's why it's a serious
Not
matter.
silly Crime Division.
And I'm Lucy Baker, the inspector's assistant.
Well, goodness gracious me. I thought the police were supposed to protect the public, not trick them into false meetings and the like. And falsely accusing them of murder, too. Dear, dear. No formal accusations have yet been made, Mr. Debonair. However, just the evidence we have strongly suggests that you are guilty. Really, the only evidence we have is just the lack of him being around. Like, technically, couldn't the manager have been responsible with the amount of evidence we have? Because she was also there?
True.
Like, literally, you could put all the evidence for him being the culprit onto the, like, manager, and it would still work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, whatever. I see. Well, it sounds rather like I'm going to stay then. Bed will have to wait. I guess the thing that would be missing is a motive, but he doesn't really have one either.
He doesn't.
Good. It's really in your...
Maybe money?
It seems like money, but also, like, that's not his business. It wasn't like the second case where they were married, so the money mattered, really. He's just there. He just didn't like that dude spent money. It's like, you can't spend money if you're dead. It's like, cool. Good. It's really in your best interest to cooperate with us. It only to prove your innocence, but that sounds rather like some kind of cruel joke.
You don't see us laughing, do you, Mr. Debonair? This is the Serious Crime Division, after all.
We only take things very seriously here. Very well, Inspector Layman, was it? Layman. Layton.
Why are we beating around the bush here? I mean, let's just
Goodness.
hit.
My
It's just
apologies.
hard
Yeah.
hitting.
Anyway, before I consent to help you with your investigations, I have a couple of questions of my own. Really? Go ahead. This is what an officer involved in the investigation told me earlier on. He said it was a T-girl who poisoned Dwight, and she committed suicide immediately afterwards. Are you saying that's not the case? That this officer was mistaken? Yes.
Yeah.
It was very obvious.
Cool.
There's new evidence.
That did not damage him at all.
No, it didn't. Because it was Randall.
Exactly, it's Randall.
No, the tea lady weren't the one who killed Mr. Dredd.
I have a hard time being with Mike either. So she was
I really
falsely
do.
accused? Dear, what an embarrassing mistake for you. The police do rather seem to have lost their edge these days, what do you say?
Oh my
Y'all
God.
slipping.
We always get to the truth in the end, don't you worry.
Of course, of course. Well, if I might be so bold as to venture another question. I heard it was poison that killed poor Dwight. I wonder, what was the poison in? The tea...
What's in that?
The microphone.
Obviously, it was in the microphone.
How did that hurt him? He didn't have anything to do with the
That
tea.
did not hurt him either.
Because he's just not involved in anything.
Mr. Dredd were killed by a lethal poison that were put in his tea. Unless it's going to be one of those where we just go through all of them and then he just crumbles instantly. That would
Like
be
a
hilarious.
samurai sword slash...
Yes.
Yes, that's what I had heard. And remind me, if you will, who was it that brought Dwight's tea? I'm terribly forgetful these days.
It was Randall.
I can't believe these are two different people.
Yeah.
It's a nice brewer.
That did not hurt him at all. They were a tea lady by the name of Annie Brewer, who brought the drinks into the studio.
Ah, yes, of course, I remember now. We all know who it was, obviously. A pretty young
It was
girl, if I'm
Randall.
not mistaken. Yes, that's right. She brought the tea to Dwight. The tea laced with poison. We can't be sure that the tea already contained the poison at that time. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm intrigued. Do tell me then. When was the poison added?
Before
Wait,
the
what?
aired.
Did we go over this?
It was before the show aired, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
If
It'd
not,
have
see
to
the
be.
website. Eh?
that's not right, Lucy. Try again. I mean, poison was in the tea after the show's interrupted.
Oh. Oh, now it cracks. The poi were added to the tea after the show had been interrupted.
Well, what an extraordinary idea. Dwight died while the poison was still on air, yet the poison wasn't put in the cup until after that time? I don't wish to cause offense, Inspector Layton, but is your assistant a little simple, perhaps? Goodness.
Hey, I heard that.
And my name is Layton. I'm terribly sorry. How rude of me. No, Mr. Debonair, what Miss Baker said is absolutely right. The poison was added to the tea after the show was cut short and taken off the air. I'm sure I don't need to spell it to you what that means. Sorry to disappoint you, but you've completely lost me. This is all rather too fanciful for an old chap like me. I can't hear you. Is not a response. Very well, let's take a different tack. Why don't we talk about the wig? Let's talk about the wig. Let's talk about the wig, Mr. debonair. It's about the wig.
Wig.
I assure you, advanced in my years I may be, but this is all my own hair. Mr. Dread's wig. I see, yes. Dwight's wig. Did you notice that the victim's wig had fallen off his head? As a matter of fact, I did, yes. I saw that dreadlock mess fly off the poor man's head as he keeled over onto the floor. That's very strange, because we have another witness's statement that completely contradicts what you say. According to that statement... Don't drink his tea.
Statement 2.
Hit him with that. Facts.
There we go. It do be cracking. When Mr. Dread collapsed during the show, his wig were definitely still on his head. That's what the witness told us.
The person in question even went so far as to say how shocking it was to see the victim without his wig. Was that necessary? Oh yes, of course. I'm terribly sorry. You're quite right. I've mixed things up in my head. Yes, when Dwight actually collapsed to his wig didn't come off. It must have been when I ran over to when I ran him over. So, when I ran over to him and shook him, I couldn't help myself. I was in a blind panic. That must be when it happened. I must have shaken his wig off his head. I see. I do apologize for getting so muddled up. Quite understand, Mr. Debonair. People's memories are very curious things. Yes, quite. There's just one more thing. He's doing the Columbo thing.
Yeah, one more thing.
Did you notice Mr. Dread drink his tea at all? Oh yes. Yes, I saw him drink it. Let's see, I'm pretty sure he ate one of the macaroons first. No doubt that made him thirsty, and it was when he took a sip of tea that he suddenly looked choked. The rest I think you know. I see. It appears we have another discrepancy. You see, we have a statement that tells a different story. Yeah, statement 1.
According to Miss Holliday, Mr. Dread never touched his tea. Know what I mean?
That little minx again. Do you really think you can rely on what she tells you? The woman's a serial liar. Well, why she even lied to me in order to get me into this good meeting? Oh, goodness sakes. Or have you completely forgotten that little fact already? Not at all. I made a mental note of it. Then surely you wouldn't seriously consider taking her word over mine.
I am almighty.
I am almighty, what? Please, Mr. Debonair, there's no need for raised voices. Perhaps we all need to calm down. Spot of radio, maybe. Sorry, calm down. Is he wearing, like, Undertale Frisk sweater?
Maybe.
Oh my god, is it this again?
We're doing that. We can skip it, because we've already heard it.
We've got a very
We've already done.
It's Mrs. Dolly Holiday. Todd Doyle,
Todd, why
it's
is
terrific to be on the show. Here, buy you something. Wow. Peep. Fax machine, Miss Angela Death. Bad pun.
You go die,
Dolly. Wait. Hee hee. Dying noises.
More dying noises.
Boy, what's
Hey,
going on?
What's going on?
Dwight, are you alright? Let's go into an ad break. Come on, quickly. Oh, I see what he's pointing at. That Mike's in the broadcast, and if he did shake the wig off, then Dolly would have seen it. I see. Grand fraud sales now on. The store's more for less. Get down to Daysbridge today.
Daysbridge.
This is a recording of the show. Is this your idea of a joke?
No,
Dwight and
this
I
is the
worked together for a
serious time.
great many years, you know. Do you think I enjoy listening to my partner? No, my friend, suffering over and over again? Best buddies. They were roommates, guys. It's okay.
They were roommates.
We're not gonna scare anyone. They were not in a relationship despite everything here.
Nobody was in a relationship. There were no relationships going on.
Besides
Not
the one we
this
mentioned
time.
between the dude and an 18-year-old. But the
Besides
one between
Randall
the
and that
two
one
guys
guard.
here that's the one where we draw the line, I guess. This game. 2013. I'm very sorry if this causes you any distress. However, this recording actually proves Miss Holliday's statement is true. I don't understand. Lucy, would you care to explain? Tetra didn't drink his tea. Shoot, what was it? I believe it was the broken club, right? Yeah, because it didn't show up on the recording.
Yeah. Crack that heart.
They were.
There were a broken teacup at the scene of the crime. But there's not even a hint of the sound of china breaking on the recording of the show.
Well, obviously, the microphone just didn't pick it up. You apparently know very little about radio. Mic defective. You can clearly make out the sound of the victim collapsing. You'd expect the noise of a cup smashing to be even more clearly audible.
Exactly.
How is this even relevant? It was the tea girl who poisoned his drink. We all know that. Does it really matter whether you can hear a teacup breaking at the recording or not? I mean, I ask you. It matters a great deal. A cup that didn't break is broken. Another thing is like, isn't broken. It's like, the cup that didn't break isn't broken. Yeah. A wig that didn't fall off is lying on the floor. It's not that one witness or another failed to spot something. No, the crime scene changed subtly between the transmission being interrupted and the police arriving. The question then is why? Don't care, don't know. How on earth should I know?
Don't care, don't know. I'm debonair.
That's my name.
Very, very logical statements.
Miss Baker and I have come up with a hypothesis. We speculated that when the victim collapsed during the show, he was in fact pretending to die.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Ending.
And the killer is not going to be aware that he was pretending. I guess. What? Oh, don't be absurd, man. I too thought it was unbelievable at first, but if you accept that, everything else falls into place. Lucy?
Mr. Dren yourself discussed the idea of such a practical joke before the show. You'd probably fixed on him drinking some tea and then started his whole "oh no, I'm dying" bit.
But when it came to the live show, Mr. Dredd improvised a few things.
Instead of it being the tea that kicked everything off, he went for one of Miss Holliday's macaroons. After the performance, once everyone had left the studio, Mr. Dredd got up.
Miss Holliday and Miss Smith would have been in the waiting room and Mr. Mann had gone to call the police. Which would leave only one other person in the studio. You, Mr. Debonair. I mean, the waiting room's right next to the... Was he in the studio? Isn't the waiting room... I guess the sofa's not the waiting room. It'd be a different room then, sure, whatever. We just never mentioned where Smith was at the time, so like... Sure, I guess now we know.
But Randall is still an accomplice because he flirted with the security guard, thus making the security guard unable to do his job.
That's true.
Because the security was distracted by Randall's charms.
Everyone on the security team is gay. That's a twist here.
Exactly. Exactly. Anyways.
No doubt you made a fuss over Mr. Dread and how great he'd been. And then you offered him some tea. Tea laced with poison, that is. The poison hit him that bad, and he dropped the teacup and smashed on the floor. And as he crashed to the floor himself, his wig flew off his head.
So these two minor details are the causes of the inconsistencies at the scene. Though Mr. Dread collapsed after eating a macaroon, the poison was found in the tea. And though his wig was still on his head after he collapsed during the show, later it was lying on the floor.
Aye, that's the real truth behind the death of DJ Dwight Dread, and you know it!
Well, it's certainly an imaginative theory, but in the end, it's just that. A game theory.
A game theory!
You don't have a shred of... You don't have a shred of evidence to support your claim that Dwight faked his own death, do you? I mean...
Handkerchief.
Yeah, there you go. A very weird thing to do for a radio show by having a weird handkerchief like that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like, quite
Mr.
convenient.
Dread's hanky is proof of it.
Good grief, what is that tasteless bit of rag?
We found this hanky with a handwritten note on it.
What? Well, surprised?
It were this hanky that Mr. Dread were planning to show to let everyone know they'd been tricked.
But it's a radio show. I mean, I guess it's for...
No, like,
like...
he died, but
holiday?
then, like, maybe the next day, they would have, he would have returned, and everyone would be like, oh, he faked his own death!
Well, he would have died and just laid on the floor the entire broadcast.
No,
like,
he
I just,
stood-
like, who's that handkerchief for?
If Lucy's speculating is to be believed, after everyone rushed out, it was just him and Mike Debonair. So therefore, he stood up during that time. And Mike was like, oh my gosh, you're so terrific. Here, have this tea. And he's like, oh yeah, thanks. I am completely famished. Drinks the tea. Crunch. Wig falls off. All that. Yeah. That's the only logical explanation for the cryptic message he wrote on it.
It seems you knew nothing about this handkerchief. You don't know his handkerchief. Yet it was you who proposed the whole idea of the practical joke to the victim in the first place, no? Rubbish, I don't know anything about it. It must have been that tea girl who tricked Dwight into the idea of a foolish schoolboy prank. She's the one you want.
The tea girl is dead.
I'm... You saw the fax she sent, didn't you? The one with the death threat? Good golly, you even found a perfume bottle full of poison next to her, didn't you? Your chaps had it right the first time. They already identified the girl as a killer. You're wasting my time. I'm afraid that was a mistake.
Aye, she were dragged into this by you. You asked her to help pull off the so-called practical joke.
Absolutely not. She pricked Dwight. True. I just made the connection to The Office. It's like, Dwight?
Nah.
Yo, they killed the guy from The Office?
No! Now
Murdered
we
him,
can't do the
and then
da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Actually, was it still going? I think it was in the final season of 2013.
No, Office has been over for a while. Oh wait, do you mean like in 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
Dang, I don't know.
I think it's when the last season aired.
And I'm kind of just interested in looking that up. When did The Office end? May 16, 2013. Oh yeah.
When
Okay,
did the
it's
game-
probably after May, I'm assuming, but what's 2013?
Cool.
Huh.
Little coincidence, little trivia. Anyways,
That's that, what you get when you tune into this? Did I just... Okay, I thought I messed up the... Okay, it froze.
Oh.
I accidentally touched the window size.
No.
So let's
The music's
wait.
still going.
It is. The phone is still all good. I just touched the window size, which means it died, I guess. We'll just wait.
We're nearly there.
Technical difficulty. Man. This is the difference when you tune into this stream.
Yes.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. The special. It always happens when I'm here. There's at least one technical difficulty whenever I'm here. It's just
There's
a
always
staple.
one.
We were bound to have. It was bound to happen eventually today.
Yeah. Like even yesterday when I was streaming Papa's Freezeria, I just did not have the game downloaded before I started.
Oh.
That was one that didn't take long, but
Yeah. It's not a large game file size for sure.
I guess we're doing a podcast now.
Yes. Okay. So how are you enjoying Papa's Freezeria?
It's fun. I played like 3 hours.
3 hours?
I just went
fun.
until I got all the alarms and stuff. Oh hey, it's back.
It's back. Podcast over.
Okay, podcast over. Go home.
Maybe one day though.
Oh no, okay, I have to resize it again because now there's black bars.
Podcast continues.
Okay. Let me just come on. This should be fine.
So are there any games you're excited for in 2024?
There was an Egg Dog game that came out a couple days ago. I like that. But I don't really know any games that are coming out this year. There's like
I'm personally
Sonic
hoping
game?
that Nine Souls comes out soon. I'm looking forward to Nine Souls. Yes,
What's
the
that?
little platformer Metroidvania Dark Souls type thing. Looks so cool. I played the demo. It was awesome. I'm excited for the full game, especially.
Yeah, I've never
That's
heard of
definitely a
that.
game I'd be looking for like 100%. Maybe even stream.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Special stream game. That would be.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, day one, stream. Definitely.
those kinds of tough Dark Soulsy games are good for streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a like Sonic Shadow Generation thing. That's literally like the one game I know coming out this year,
Yeah.
and I'm not particularly looking forward to it. Just I know about it.
My only question for it is why. Like,
yeah. Same.
other than the fact that the current Sonic Generations port kind of has controller issues, I don't see why you would need to remaster an entire port that's on already PC. You know what would be really cool though?
Well, I mean, it could be on other.
Do Sonic Unleashed. I want to play Sonic Unleashed.
Unleash, but fix all the things about it. That'd be cool.
Or use something wild. Fix Project 06. Actually, no.
They're never gonna do that. What I wanted them to do is just for Generations add a bunch of stuff they didn't, and I was like, you know, if you add like Sonic 4 levels, I'll be impressed. They did
if
not.
They're gonna do Generations now. They have to have at least one open world segment, because that'd be funny.
The Frontiers level.
Yeah, just a Frontiers level. It's just a giant Frontiers based one. That'd be so funny.
You know,
Let's see, what games came out after...
the game's working now. We don't have to podcast.
Okay.
I mean,
Dang
you
it, I
can
was
keep
about
talking
to-
if you
I was
want.
about to try to remember all the Sonic games that came out in between generations and now.
Oh, okay. So Generations is like 2011, right?
Yes.
I think it's okay that they want to do like a 60 FPS like big remake with like graphics or whatever, because that looks good, but at the same time I don't think it like needed to be a big deal. I don't know.
Maybe
Like
the only way
I
it
don't
could
know
be
what they're
really cool
adding.
is if they added levels from the recent games, or they added tributes to the recent
I want them
games,
to
because,
add a boom level.
yes.
Boom came out
Or-
after Generations.
We're just gonna, yeah, we just have an entire boom level where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing a scarf and bandages now? What the heck happened? Also, why are my quills kind of split on the end for some reason? And my arms are
want it.
blue, what?
Yeah, I want,
And that's just the entire level.
because so far they've just announced 2 new stages, and I'm kind of worried that's literally all there is to the new campaign or
Yeah.
whatever. Because I'm like, oh, this just seems like a
Oof.
campaign with like a couple cutscenes and 2, like 1 start and ending level that's unique, and the rest is gonna be Generations again. I'm like, I don't want that.
I would hope there's actually more to the Shadow DLC than just, oh yeah, let's just throw in a couple new like Shadow levels to explain his
If-
origin story and stuff.
If
No, 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 no,
BioLizard's there,
no.
I was like, oh, I want them to bring the 3DS stuff in the new engine at least.
Yeah, do something with Blaze. Actually, they did something.
Yeah, bring back Water Palace. Rush
Bring back
appreciation,
Blaze.
please.
Blaze is cool.
Yeah, Blaze is the only other playable character. Shadow and Sonic and Blaze Generations.
Yes. The
I just want
perfect
like
trio.
an Advanced Trilogy remake and like Rush Adventure,
A trilogy
duology
would
remake.
be Interesting.
Because that's like, oh, they should just like
But-
remake Advanced by using Superstars engine or something.
I
Or
feel like
redo
be
Sonic
cool.
4 and Superstars engine.
it'd be cooler if they did it with like pixel art and kind of did a Mania upgrade for Advanced.
But no, yeah, but I mean like
Price
Superstar
tag.
physics and stuff.
And what you could do, you could have the entire Advanced series and Battle in there as well.
Battle. I don't know if they touch
Sonic
Battle.
Battle? Sonic.
I think
well,
asking
Sonic
for
Battle
an
uses-
advanced trilogy is already too much out of Sega.
Aren't
Asking
there
them to also
four
care
advanced-
about Battle would be...
There's 4 advanced games, right?
No, there's 3, isn't there? 1, 2, and 3.
I thought there were 4. And then there's Battle.
I don't think there's a 4th.
Is this something that's gonna get entirely cut off from the VOD? Because I feel like it's
No,
something that's
no, this is gonna be its
No,
own
it's gonna
thing.
This is gonna be like a section in the VOD. You have to mark this with like a timestamp. or
Can you tell we've checked out of this twist?
something. Yeah, we're totally checked out of this quest. We got started talking off on random Sonic games.
Sonic's so cool, guys.
Sonic is cool.
I don't know why this guy's the killer. I still don't. It's
Yeah.
like, who cares? Who cared about Mike this entire time? It's literally the other cases where they give you a red herring dude who doesn't get brought up. It'd be like if the cleaning lady was the killer in the first case. Like out of
Yeah.
nowhere, it was actually her, and not all the evidence pointing to someone interesting.
That would have been cool. But no, we have this guy who just comes out of nowhere for investigations.
Whatever.
Boring.
I was actually really into this case until it became about this guy.
I think we just wanted to see Randall be guilty.
Yeah, I just want random. Like, you have. Whatever, no representation, who cares? She didn't kill herself, we have evidence to prove it. Anyways, I wonder if Shadow's just gonna play the same as Sonic.
I-
Just go
Maybe, I feel like he probably will in some ways, but maybe there will be different powers. I don't know. There's something about that.
Oh, I mean, in
I
the
should play
trailer, did they
Generations.
have... Yeah, I played some of it. I'm gonna be honest, I really only kind of care about the modern levels and Generations. I'll be real.
Okay.
I like him, like, City... What was it? The nonsense highway level from Adventure. The modern stage of that's like so awesome.
Light from the city. Something, 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 something. Follow me.
I went Speed Highway. Modern Speed Highway is like so fun.
Oh, I bet it's so fun. This is why I need to play Generations, guys.
Miss Brewer made a very interesting note to herself. Allow me to read it to you.
So there might be like a new Puyo game later this year? Question mark.
Puyo. Interesting. Is it gonna be another Puyo Tetris one?
No one knows. They just said they're working on something. It's probably gonna coincide with the Switch's like Switch 2 or something.
Switch 2. When is the next Nintendo console coming out? That's a good question, actually.
I feel it has to be like this year, like this fall.
Surely.
There's no way it's not this fall.
Surely. They gotta announce something soon, right?
Like everything points to this fall. Like even last year is like they're probably not going to do it this because they had a lot of stuff lined up, but this year they don't really have anything lined up past like early summer.
Oh.
So it definitely makes it feel like, you know, they got something for fall. We're probably gonna get like a reveal trailer of it in like June, and then it's gonna come out in like September. I don't know.
We get the Switch U.
God.
But it's also a perfect Switch for you.
We love
So,
that.
we're proud to announce
The
Switch
Wii U.
U. Not only is there one screen on the device, there are two screens on the device.
I mean, like, if it could,
It's basically a glorified 3DS at this point.
they could do the Wii U again if the dock has its own processing, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, just have
I
it
mean,
so.
the Switch, okay. The Switch, I think, is probably what everyone might have been expecting the Wii U to be.
It was, and the Wii could like half do the Switch concept with the like wireless streaming to the gamepad thing.
Yeah, totally.
Except you
Just
can only
have
like
to-
do it in like a room.
Yeah, it wasn't made to be portable outside as much.
Yeah, it feels like they had the idea for it, but not the means to do it and the budget they wanted to, I guess.
And then they got the budget to do it. And they smashed it out of the park.
Yeah, they got the budget because of how successful the Wii U was.
Yeah.
I'm still
was
waiting
not
for
very successful.
Wind Waker HD. I don't know why that's not on Switch yet.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Like,
I feel
why
like Wind Waker
is keeping them?
Because they don't want to. I don't know.
Also, Spirit Tracks remake, please.
Ooh.
They're never gonna do that. I don't know how they would even do some of those things, but you know, like,
Added the Minish Cap.
do it for me. Yeah, but Minish
Do
Cap
it-
you can play
do
with
it for
buttons.
Do it for
Spirit
him.
Tracks, you need touch controls, and beyond that, you also need a microphone.
Oh.
Like, the pan flute is entirely microphone controlled. So you have to do a lot more finagling to, like, put that on a modern console, not just remaking it.
Probably. Unless then it turns into a visual novel where you have to
A visual novel interpretation of Spirit
press,
Tracks.
just press the options instead. I don't know how the spirit mechanic works, but
It's you basically drag the pan flute on the bottom screen, and then you blow into whatever's like in the center, and that's how you make a note, and then you play the music like that.
gotcha.
Anyways, back to the murder, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, back to murder.
Garage sale, it says.
Ah, well, arrest me now. What damning evidence indeed. Good. Alright, we're wrapping it up, sure. That was easy. I see you've understood the significance of this note. It refers to the advert that was aired for the very first time, straight after the show was interrupted. The note he's got his serious face on.
Hide the face.
The note tells us two things. Firstly, Miss Brewer knew from the outset that Mr. Dredd was going to collapse as part of the show.
She were a huge fan of his, so if she really thought he'd collapse, she'd never have bothered with the ad.
Secondly, she intended to visit Farad's on the way home and have a look at the sale. She's fixed on Farad's.
She'd hardly have bothered making a note of so sale if she were about to do herself in.
You know, it'd be cool to see some other playable characters too in the Generations remake.
Yeah, it would be. Again,
Like Amy.
Blaze.
Yeah.
Blaze. Blaze.
Like, you have all the
I'm not a
models for
Blaze
them and stuff.
But Blaze.
They're all in Generations, they don't do anything though. Like, I don't even care if it's just
Yeah.
reskins. I want to
They're
play as
just
Blaze.
there and they're like, woo! Go Sonic and Classic Sonic! You can do it!
Reading on like two different people, so weird.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if they're gonna retcon that in the remake, or they're gonna redo those opening cutscenes, because they did in what's it, Superstars, I think. They retconned the forces split thing to being back to just like time stuff.
Yeah, Forces doesn't exist, guys. Forget it happened. Forces
Oh wait,
doesn't
no,
exist.
that means they wouldn't have to do anything because it's fine in Generations as it was. Never mind.
Exactly. Why would you need to cut out, like, Charmy, for instance?
Yeah, like, but make Charmy playable. I don't know, do it.
Make Blaze first.
Again, also just Sonic 4 levels. Thanks. It'd be so funny.
Add Sonic Lost World. Make it.
Yeah, do a Lost World level too. Just like,
See.
also Blast. Sonic Blast on the Game Gear.
And you got, you could do a Sonic Forces level. Yes.
I want them
serious.
to touch every single game that the modders would be too afraid of to make mods for.
Ooh, what about if they did a Sonic Mania level, but it was just the pixel art style, and then they pixelized modern Sonic? That'd be cool.
They made him retro. They made him
Sounds
voxel,
like
like
too much work.
his
That
Minecraft
sounds like
skin.
too much work. Yeah, I feel like voxel could be work.
Honestly, I want to
would
see
work,
a Mania stage
but-
with interpreted like the rest of them. I want to see like Press Garden or something.
Ooh.
Like the snow area would be so cool in HD. Also, there's like
What?
no snow levels in Generations.
Gotcha. Ooh. Would they have a for a Sonic Forces? Would they have like a proper not Mania, Infinite boss fight?
That would be so funny. Yeah.
Do like a complete metal version of the Infinite theme. I mean, they kind of, well, okay.
Yeah.
Infinite theme is kind of metal based.
And you can get rid of
you
the
know-
Aaron Hansen rapping, I guess.
Sure.
I forgot that he did that.
Wait, what did Aaron Hansen do again?
He sang Infinite's theme.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ain't no way. I thought that was.
Didn't he do Infinite's theme? I swear it was some dude. Was it Nate Wants to Battle?
Okay.
Or Aaron
Yeah, okay.
Hansen?
I couldn't believe more Nate Wants to Battle, but
It could have been him. I might be thinking of like when Aaron Hansen did that like Team Sonic Racing song.
Andy Bain and Tyler Smith with a Y.
It was some YouTuber. I know it was some YouTuber. Let me see if I can just search like.
Tyler Smith and Andy Bain of the metalcore band Danger Kids.
I swear it was some dude. It was like Aaron Hansen. You're going to really make me look this up.
Aaron Hansen. We're looking.
Sonic Forces.
Oh, okay. That's
Infinite
cover.
theme.
Okay. It's a Nate Wants to Battle featuring Aaron Hansen. So I'm
But-
thinking it's a cover.
I swear it was like uploaded to. It really? I swear it was like an official thing that they uploaded. I don't know. I was not in the loop about Forces' news cycle. I remember that though. It was like, no.
This time you're back for more. I won't stop until they know my name.
I love that voice of his, Mr. Ego Raptor.
Yes. Truly, he is a raptor with an ego.
He's got one part of that right.
Yes.
Man, didn't they like
Okay.
not even finish Sonic Mania or something? I feel like I
didn't
remember that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't feel like they've probably finished a lot of the games they play. I know they didn't finish Symphony of the Night.
Oh, one I'm still kind of weirded out. Just like one sticks in my mind is that they didn't finish Earthbound.
How many playthroughs did they do of Earthbound? I'm not
one.
like super in on the Game Grumps lore or anything, but
It was in like 2016 on Grumpcade when they had like a million other little shows going on at the same time. Like they finished, I think it was, what was it, Barry and Ross or something. And they just finished Undertale and then started Earthbound, and very quickly you can kind of just tell they don't care. And it just stopped. I'm like, what was going on with that? They got to the desert, I think, and then kind of stopped.
care when you only spend like 10 minutes on an episode, to be fair. I get
They
that was
record
the
more
YouTube
than one
method.
episode. They record more than one episode in a session.
They just split it.
Yeah, I mean that's how that works usually. That's how my VODs work. Also, LMAO meta humor.
Are we gonna become the next Game Grumps, but we're like the opposite? We're the game happy people? I don't know.
What? Play games we actually like.
Exactly.
I don't know. It was weird because it's like they got off Undertale and were like so good at the game. I mean, they really enjoyed it, and then for Earthbound, they're so blasé about it and just stopped. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of wonder.
They were probably expecting too much from the game that inspired Undertale. Let's just be honest.
It could have been, or maybe like they just were sick of. It was 2016. They might have been sick of Undertale, and then like Earthbound is an Undertale-inspired RPG.
Yes. Anyways, where were we in this case?
Well, you're lying.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, you start talking about more Sonic Generation stuff, so I kind of just roll with it.
I'm just
You can
interested.
tell-
I've been
you can
thinking
tell
about
you're
it.
You're definitely not interested in this case anymore.
Let's
Okay,
kill
we
this
gotta
guy
pretend
and
to
get
be
it
for the
over
next
with.
Yeah, let's finish. Let's finish it. Okay.
Send this guy to the
Sweetheart.
slimer.
Yeah.
She'd hardly have bothered making a note of a sale if she were about to do herself in.
So you see, we can be fairly confident that Miss Brewer had no intention of committing suicide. Well, that's all very interesting, but let's not forget the woman was a killer. Literally how? You can't hope to understand how such a person thinks, surely. He's gonna do the sexy man thing. He's like, you wanna know how they think? Well, get ready. If she hadn't killed Dwight Schrute, she sent that death threat veiled as a song request. The facts you're referring to was another suggestion of yours, was it not?
I can hear it now.
What you'd have said to the poor lass.
Dwight wants to.
Okay, I gotta to imitate this guy.
Dwight wants to stage an amazing practical joke on the show. Could really do with your help. You know she were a huge fan of Mr. Dredna's show. Of course she were going to agree. She'd have been that chuffed that you asked her. I bet she wrote the bogus death request gladly, didn't she?
I haven't the first idea what you're talking about.
Sure you don't.
After the show, you waited for your chance to slip off to the storeroom where Miss Brewer was waiting. Oh, he's bringing up the photos. You know you got them. Just like you did with Mr. Dredd, you congratulate her on a well job done in coffee.
A well job done.
You ordered her a cup of coffee.
The poor lass had no idea. I bet she were on cloud nine thinking she'd done something to help her idol. And she sipped the deadly poison. That's the truth of the matter, isn't it, Mr. Debonair?
Oh, dang.
Let's go. We avoided the Tumblr sexy man.
Oh my god, this again.
There's another twist? How? How?
Because it was actually Randall.
Please. Finally.
Oh my goodness, you
Admit it
paired the
already.
most
It was
fantastic
Randall.
I really want some french fries right now.
Yeah.
God, I'd use some french fries.
I think we need to get.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some food.
This is-
You
this
pair
is-
have the most fantastic imaginations. This could be a new radio drama.
Hey, up. How come you're still here? We smashed your alibis one by one.
What do you mean he's still here? It's been 2 seconds. Do they normally just send their clients to the abyss the moment they're done breaking their heart? Is that what that
Obviously.
implies? That's really funny. It's like, you're supposed to be disappeared by now. My dear girl, I'm not about to commit to a crime I didn't commit. Despite the photos being pulled out. After all, this whole scenario you've painted is utter fabrication. New music.
No, it is not. We've backed up everything we've said with hard evidence.
No doubt. I suspect, in all likelihood. I've listened patiently to your conjecture for long enough. Now you listen to me. There's abundant and clear evidence that the T-girl killed herself. To start with, there's the handwritten request sheet. However you look at it, that request was a blatant death threat. Not really. I think we backed up why that wasn't a death threat pretty clearly. Makes her
Exactly.
intentions crystal clear. Next, there's the perfume bottle full of poisons. The same poison, I hasten to add, that was used to kill Dwight. She was found with that lethal substance in her possession. If that isn't damning enough, she used the very same poison to kill herself, which we also refuted, so like... Finally, there's the fact that the girl was a die-hard fan of Dwight's. Her twisted feelings for the poor man are what led to this tragedy and Ugh. Faced with 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence, we literally debunked all 3 of those things. What are you on about? Can you honestly suspect anyone else? Can you refute this evidence in any way, my dear? We did! No, Lucy, you literally... We just spent the past 20 minutes doing that exact thing. As I thought. That's it then. Case closed.
Hey, you can't do that.
I guess you can. Okay.
What on earth?
Sure. You know what? Oh my god.
Okay, here we go. Here it is.
Eh?
How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 dots. Lucy, leave the room.
Lucy, get out now! Get out!
Get out. This
I
is
think he
worse
was
than the
holding
time I
back.
was in the space colony Ark with gun.
Maria!
Welcome to the episode of Layton where we talk about Sonic the entire time.
Okay, back to Sonic. So anyways, Shadow the Hedgehog is really cool.
I mean, Black Doom was in the trailer, right? Like, that's
Yeah,
something.
true.
I mean, like,
Interesting.
it's cool if it matters. If it doesn't matter, then I'm like, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
My name's Knuckles. I'm
fine.
rougher than the rest of them. The best of them. Tougher than another. You can read the line now. Save.
All hail Shadow! Heroes rise again! Dun dun dun.
Killing
what did you-
everybody. That it... Actually, I don't know if that's for the song. I think it's everyone that isn't your friend.
The professor is not your friend.
Oh, he's not.
Anyways. When did you turn funny? Turn again. Hey.
Dear me, are you still here? Do people just disappear after that transition? That's really funny.
This is our office.
Goodness, Mr. Layton, you seem a little disturbed. Kill him. Get my name wrong again on purpose, and I'll purposely cut out your tongue.
Oh my god.
That's the second time he's threatened violence against people's
It's
tongues.
Prof. Suck it to him.
Good gracious, I'm not quite sure I can believe my ears. Are you sure you're a police officer? Oh yes, brutality is very common. You're making me uncomfortable. I demand you allow me to go home, seeing as you have no evidence. We have evidence. Let's hear your patronizing 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence again, shall we? If you dare. I don't know why you suddenly assume this menacing tone. Just get on with it.
Yeah.
Damn. Good. Let's get on with it.
Please, let's finish
Very
the
well.
game.
I'm not sure why I have to repeat myself like this, but firstly, there's the handwritten request sheet. Secondly, the perfume bottle full of poison. And thirdly, something about him, the fan, whatever. You have no idea, do you? The words very coming out of your...
The words very coming out of your mouth.
The very words coming out of your mouth. What? One of your 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence, Mike, is just the irrefutable evidence that proves your guilt. Don't be absurd. Lucy, do you... Even now, it's like, Lucy, do this one. Lucy, do you know which one it is?
I think I sort of do. And I sort of don't.
One of Debonair's 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence and a piece of evidence from the crime scene. We gotta do the 2x2 thing.
Oh no.
By comparing those 2 things, we prove beyond any doubt that Mr. Mikey here is the killer. Okay, shows that he's guilty.
Bottle poison.
Handwritten song request we know is part of the act. So it has to be the poison.
Alright. Let's do this properly. Oh my gosh, there are so many evidences. Broken glass with traces of poison identified as the substance that was...
Okay, what was the other one?
The other one was the
Handwritten
perfume
request.
bottle poison.
Diehard fan. Which we can rule out. It's either the handwritten request or the...
Handwritten song request. Sure.
I mean... It's Brewer's thing.
I don't know, man. We're gonna be at this again.
We can talk about Sonic again, it's fine.
Okay,
So, there's actually a whole decompilation of Sonic 4 that people don't really know about.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I think I sent you it. It's the Windows Phone version.
Song. Just try song. Let's just see what happens. Oh my gosh, did that
Wait.
actually work?
No, okay. Never mind. You're just trying to intimidate me. There's no such evidence. That's... Whatever.
Okay, so that did work? Not so fast. I said something to miss, that's all. Okay, that was a bait. That was seriously bait. How dare.
Anyway, yeah, it's a decompilation of the Windows Phone version, which is crazy. But I don't know, people don't talk about it. Probably because people don't care about Sonic 4. But it has like a bunch of stuff that was in the game before the console releases.
Oh.
Like the initial mobile releases are all based on a earlier version of the game.
What's in the earlier?
There's a couple levels that were changed entirely. Like there's a minecart stage that is just a minecart and you control it by tilting the phone.
That actually sounds cool. Why did they cut that?
It actually is pretty fun. They cut it and replaced it with, I think, the level where everything is darkness and you have like a torch, and the one that everyone hates.
Oh my gosh. They replaced
And the other one
fun
was
Minecraft.
yeah.
Sonic Minecraft. Sure, just hit that, I guess. I don't know. What are we even doing here on this?
The perfume bottle in the coffee, the
perfume bottle and the...
Anyways, one of the other removed stages was a Casino Street act too, I think.
So it wasn't just a casino zone? Typical?
It is a casino zone, but Act 2 of Casino Street was changed in the later versions. In the original mobile versions, you had to get enough rings to pass pretty much by playing the games, which you don't need to do in the final version. In the final version, it's an entirely different act with a card flipping mechanic, and you're making suit matches and stuff like that by picking up cards throughout the level, which I think is actually a pretty cool looking aesthetic for it. So I'm fine with that one, but I like the minecart one way more than just having the most annoying platforming gimmick imaginable. I mean, I feel it has to be the poison, because the song request is literally just Brewer's handwriting, and all we know about the song request is that he told her to do it. The perfume bottle though is just so unimportant this entire time.
Yeah, unless we missed something when we were investigating, but it's an outside agent, so.
Okay, so we have perfume bottle and spilt tea. You know what? Maybe, because the toxin was applied to the tea after the fact. We have reached critical Ace Attorney.
Critical, try everything that works.
I'm gonna reach for the stars. And I forgot the rest of the song.
'Cause I am unstoppable, or something. Whatever that one from the
I should play
was.
Sonic 4.
That would be interesting.
Sweet. I mean, I kind of genuinely do want to try out Sonic 4's co-op sometime. Because it has a co-op mode. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That'd be pretty fun. And it's on sale right now, actually, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Might look into that.
What would your interest be in playing Sonic 4 co-op?
I gotta say, I'd rather be doing that right now than just randomly guessing at this point.
It's true.
I think we got so out of the case we just forgot everything.
Okay, what did we even do? Perfume handwritten request?
I have no idea.
My Sharona? He's guilty because he's stupid, he's wearing stupid clothes, I hate him, he's kind of a creep, and
His
he's
sweater
not
was nice,
Randall. I
Yeah,
like
he's
that
not
it's
Randall.
purple.
though.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
what's
he got
blue
that
to me.
Undertale Frisk outfit.
It looks blue.
Die Hard fan? What
She's a
evidence
diehard
could there
fan.
possibly be for this? Die Hard
I
fan
don't
and
know,
then having
man.
it. You know what? Song request and then pen. Oh, I can't choose the pen.
There's no pin. The pin doesn't exist. Okay, try the ferret.
That he's guilty. I literally... That he's guilty? The whole thing we've been saying this whole time is that there is hardly any evidence that he's actually guilty other than him not being there. Like, the only evidence has been him just getting real flustered about everything. And then he was in the studio.
Makes him guilty already.
Like, come on. Don't get that flustered over everything, and don't expect us to point the blame on you, buddy.
It should have been Randall.
It should have been Randall. Sure. I hate the fact we have to go through this cutscene every single time. Maybe the other coffee.
Spill on.
We do the spilled tea. I think we did that one.
Oh no, it has to be the coffee, isn't it? Because there's no evidence.
Yeah.
We have evidence that she didn't do it, so it have to be that he did that.
Come on, work. Oh, come on! How?
No, I mean, case dismissed.
Diehard fan on coffee? I don't know.
There's no evidence to say that the diehard fan proves he's guilty. That's just a her thing. Evidence shows that he's guilty. The teacup he was meant to drink that didn't show up or was broken. Which would have to do with
tiny glass shards. I don't Wait, what about the tiny glass shards?
I'll look into it.
Broken glass with traces of poison, identified as the same substance. This was the container for the poison before it was smashed.
I don't know, that shows that he's guilty, but
Come on, work.
wait, what?
That worked!
Wait, no. You said the bits of broken glass were from a perfume bottle full of poison.
Oh.
That's where you slipped. Oh, that's you.
Where you slipped up. You've betrayed yourself, Rotten.
I thought that literally my reaction.
Eh?
What? You blurted something out that only the real killer could have known. Was his incriminating evidence that he said perfume bottle and that we didn't know that before? And I have been so checked out, I didn't pick that up. Because I thought we knew that already.
Oops.
Oh boy, that must have been frustrating.
About those bits of broken glass in the stored room. When I found out that's what the poison were in, I assumed they'd come from a pill bottle or something. But the real killer weren't carrying the poison in a pill bottle, were he? No, you were using a perfume bottle.
Perfume. E-R.
E-R.
I know exactly what your devious mind was working. Wow, whatever. You'd always intended to leave the bottle of poison in Brewer's hand to make it look like suicide. Yes, we went over this. It was very obvious. That's why you very carefully chose a lady's perfume bottle. I don't know what you're talking about. After you poisoned Brewer, you placed the... Yeah, same. You placed the perfume bottle in her hand and left the storeroom. But then something happened that you hadn't banked on. The girl wasn't quite dead. Very much doubt she understood exactly what was happening, but she must have felt she needed to leave a sign soon to show how she was killed. Mustering all her remaining strength, she hurled the perfume bottle against the wall, somehow. Smashing the pieces, making it all but impossible to identify what it was, but of course, you didn't know that.
There's no way anyone could tell what sort of container those bits of glass made before they smashed.
Even forensics are still hard at work piecing them all back together.
Only one person could possibly know what shape it were originally. And that's the one who put the poison in it the first place. The killer!
So she smashed it knowing that the forensics team would... Well, whatever, it's incriminating evidence, sure, let's just go with it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, dear me. Ah, Ha ha ha. You faker. I'm the only fake one around here. I don't think that's how that goes. What a silly mistake. It seems I must have said the wrong thing. I swear. You said the wrong thing. You repeated it no less than 3 times, and yet you'd like to claim you said the wrong thing. Then you heard me wrong. Yes, that's right. I never said any such thing.
Gaslight, gatekeep.
Gaslight, gatekeep, go to jail.
Exactly.
Oh, no one to give up, for pity's sake.
If that's how you want to play it, let's listen to something.
Don't tell me we're playing this again for the 4th time.
What?
Don't
Naughty.
do it. She's the one you want.
You
You
saw the
son-
fact she sent.
Okay, wait.
Did you
Oh, wait,
the
that
one with the
doesn't
death threat?
sound- Yeah, okay. Okay.
That was the first. He's been recording this whole time. He's really doing that, like, is this thing recording me ending from like every 2000s movie?
Is
has been
this thing
recording
on?
But how did you? Yeah, how did you? I played you recording your Dread's last show, if you remember. Seems I must have accidentally knocked record when I'd finished. You've been recording for 5 hours.
Pretty much.
Oh, you little devil, Prof. Fantastic.
His hair is literally redder than it usually is, isn't it? I swear it's like slightly redder. I knew we didn't have enough evidence to pin it on you. That's why I got you to come here. I thought it'd be fitting to have the final piece of evidence come from the killer himself.
Death.
To start with, there's a handwritten request sheet. However you look at it, the request is a plain death threat. Next, there's the perfume bottle full of poison. That was the 2nd time. Would you like to hear the 3rd? No. You win.
You've given up at last.
So soon. Kind of dull. Yeah, his hair literally is redder when he's going crazy. I was hoping to tighten the screws on you much more than that. What a disappointment you are. Erg. Ag.
Prof, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that, Lucy.
No, don't apologize. I'm getting quite used to it now.
You shouldn't be. This is a weird workplace environment.
You really shouldn't be.
Should not be normal behavior with your coworker.
And anyway, it weren't so bad this time. You snapped out of it without too much trouble. In fact, I'm a little worried it were a bit too easy.
Mr. Debonair, there's one more thing I'd like to ask you. What? You haven't once called the tea lady by her name in all the time we've been talking. What of it? Do you not even know the name of the woman you murdered? Of course I do. It was a Charlotte, wasn't it?
No, it flaming weren't! You really are scum, aren't you?
The lady's name was Anise Brewer. The lady who smashed the bottle you put in her hand, ensuring you take that rap for your crimes. I'll remember this, Layton. Lucy,
Yes, Prof?
take Mr. Debonair to a holding cell, would you?
Mike de Bad Air, I'm arresting you on multiple counts of murder.
I'm Debonair, not de bad air. Mystery solved for the 3rd time.
Finally.
Don't do a fake out. Don't do a fake out.
No, we got the epilogue.
Finally.
Yeah, finally done with that music. This music's good. When has this track been there? The Inspector. Debonair squeaked like a mouse on helium. The bunny spewed his guts out till he was empty inside.
Hey, enough of that. You're making me feel queasy.
Don't you want to know what the punk's motive was?
Do I ever?
I'm interested because we haven't really had one. Debonair's been doing the Chinese squeeze on the radio station's account, screaming off profits. Hey, I don't think you can say that, man. This whole case has been 2013.
This case is, this will be Professor
The
Layton in
case.
2013.
Yep. I keep thinking it's late. Yep,
It's
but Dredd
Layton.
found out about it. He started ringing Debonair for cash like a wet towel. So he'd been taking money from the station, I guess. And then Dwight Schrute caught wind of it and then tried to hold him accountable. And then he killed him.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Oh my god.
Millions of people every year are affected by.
So Debonair bumped him off?
What was the relationship between Brewer and Debonair? I've covered every angle of that, but I've got nothing. Zilch. The gink in that dame didn't have a scrap of shared history. What the heck's that mean? Stop
Why
saying
does
things that sound like
a
slurs.
slur? Yeah, that's probably a slur now.
You've made that a slur now. Didn't have a scrap of shared history. They were totally unrelated. You mean Dwight and Brewer, I guess. What about Brewer and Dredd? The more I looked into that, the less of a connection they seem to have. So he wasn't in a relationship with an 18-year-old. You were just being very weird about it.
This game is
In
weird
fact,
about
I had put money on Debonair just laying on the rumors that they were a couple. Debonair just laying on the...
Stop. That lowlife, old goon.
Human, you're not in the mob, Lucy. Do you have to talk like that? Do you have to talk like that?
I were just...
Yeah, her backstory that she's a mafiosa. I'm
That
not
would be
feeling very
awesome.
well. I think I'll head off home now.
Oh well, I've got some news that might cheer you up a bit before you go, Prof.
We haven't talked about Randall this entire time.
Randall died.
I'm so disappointed that the most interesting character they've had so far has not been involved in this case at all.
Exactly. Ugh.
Come on. Happy Pride. Unhappy Pride
Yeah.
Month, gamers. Oh, I got. Oh, yeah. Oh, spilled the. Did you read that last one? I kind of blanked. Oh, spilled the beans on Lucy. Put us wise.
Dolly's bringing out a new single soon. Yay!
Dolly? It's talking about the young lady Sniffer brought in by mistake. Hey, every copper pinches the wrong greaser from time to time. Stop saying things.
Stop speaking. Shut up.
Aye, Dolly Holiday. This new track's causing quite a stir already, and it hasn't been released yet.
What are you talking about? Has it been
I don't
released?
know anymore.
Oh, why is that?
She's called it, I'll Be the Death of You.
That seems insensitive.
Just a little bit.
Holy smoke, isn't that?
The infamous request? Aye, the lass has got herself onto cover of every magazine because of it. Yeah, including like,
He's a smart one.
not too reputable ones. Probably. All the gossip. Oh no. But it's the B-side that's got me worried.
He's made a Friday Night Funkin' mod out of it already.
Oh no! That one's called Macho Man in a white can.
Randall is involved.
Oh wow. No, I mean she's talking about Fendi, but
Really?
I mean because she was
Okay.
like, oh, he's nice looking, but he's got a stupid lab coat.
Okay.
It's a bit of a strange title, I grant you, but what's worrying about it?
What? Don't you see?
Don't see what.
Oh, nothing. Never mind. I'll just leave it at that.
He's
What?
clueless at love. Clearly.
Oh.
You hear, sniffer?
No, wait, no, I'm the guy, I think, for this.
Oh, I forgot.
You
He's
hear,
not very
sniffer?
important.
It's like that.
Oh, you've just missed him, Justin. He went home a few minutes ago.
He's got a cheek, that lad, leaving the office before his boss.
Don't blow your top, Justin.
Ah, you're here too, are you, Al?
Of course I am. It's my office.
You're home, more like. So, how's it been going? Had any incidents recently?
You mean a Jekyll and Hyde moment? With the Prof's dark side?
If that's how you want to describe it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Talk of the devil and he'll appear.
Bayek! You scared the wits out of me. And there's no crook here, so...
That means you should get out. Also, his hair is definitely more red.
Get out, get out, get out. I hadn't realized you could change so easily.
It's been a long time, Justin. There's no way to read that name intimidatingly. In fact, yes, our paths
Justin.
haven't crossed since Radmond Castle, have they? Remember?
I couldn't forget that if I wanted to.
It was memorable, wasn't it? Both of us working together to solve the case.
You two work together?
Back when we were the not so serious crime division.
The silly crime division. Except it still isn't solved, is it?
Sounds like our next case.
Because you refuse to tell what you know. If it wasn't for that, we'd have solved it long ago.
He's interfering with police work? I really don't know what you mean.
Fine, if you don't want to discuss it, let's forget it. Leave us alone.
Hey, as you wish, you know how to find me if you need me again. I'll be glad to shove for my old partner anytime. Anytime at all. Chest pain.
Bruff, are you alright?
Yes, thank you, Lucy. I'm fine.
Did you hear him? Anytime, he said. Did you hear that, Al?
Yes, I heard.
Have you been in touch with your brother recently?
Forgot he had one. This is my problem, Justin.
What, you think you can manage him on your own? Ha! Only a son of Herschel Layton would even entertain the idea.
That is the second time he's been brought up. Jeez. ...
Well, if that's how you feel, I'll keep my red nose out of it. Actually, it's more pink, but whatever.
Should have called him Rudolph. Sorry.
Right, I'm off. I wish you all the best, Al. I just hope things don't turn against you.
Thought for it.
Excuse me, but what's all this?
You need to concern yourself with at the moment, Lucy.
But it's bothering me. It's all so intriguing.
You'll find out some other time whether you want to or not. Assuming, of course, that you stay out with my assistant. And I hope that you do.
At this point, it might be a little dangerous to continue being the assistant.
Yeah, she's seems like she's being put in danger here.
All right.
Boy,
Well, that one kind of took a while,
a bajillion years.
like 3 hours. Do we want to not
Do
do the
ya?
next one right now? Because
I can save it for another week.
Yeah, I think we should save this for another week. That one was
Yeah.
pretty difficult, and this one's upping that difficulty. So like, plus we did get kind of sidetracked a couple of times or 3.
Sonic's real cool, guys.
Sonic is the coolest. Has anyone actually been chatting? I haven't looked.
They have not been.
Wow, empty chat. To anyone in chat, you guys just didn't chat. So
We're
disappointing.
very disappointed in you, and we will be reporting this to your teacher.
We're not mad. We're just disappointed. Well, yep. That's
been Layton.
Layton Brothers. I think I know what they meant by Layton Brothers.
I swear it's like he turns into his brother or whatever. It's my only hunch, and I'm like, how does that even make any sense?
I wonder if his brother died and then that brother just became a part of the Alfendi. So
Like his spirit?
Could
Because there's
and it just
not
goes-
been
it
magic
just
so far.
possesses them. It just possesses him every. So it's like, yeah, sure.
There
Possession.
isn't, like, that'd be. I guess. Does that take magic?
I don't know.
The most magical thing so far has been Bing's existence.
Yeah, Bing. When are we gonna see him again?
Yeah, I don't. IDK. I have no idea.
I want Bing to return. Bing was so interesting. Though I
Me
have
too.
to admit, Randall was a very close second.
Randall would have been so much more interesting if that he actually mattered at all in his case.
Exactly. And they just brought up the cross-dressing thing without just like,
It's
okay.
like a perfect,
That's a
such an
thing.
obvious setup for like what that twist was
Yeah,
gonna be.
exactly.
And it wasn't even a twist. It was just boring. And then
like,
they
with
like
the tea lady at
update.
the front.
They update Randall's specific like what's it? His statement out of everyone. They only update Randall's for pretty much
because they
no
were like,
reason.
Yeah, guys, this is to make sure you know Randall is not actually important at all.
We just wanted to bring up the fact that yes, he is gay and he likes to cross-dress.
I know, it's just like, why update his out of everybody's? Like, it didn't have anything to do with it.
Really? Not the other lady that was involved with handling.
But yeah, and she's not important, but there have always been kind of suspects who just don't do much.
Or don't show up at all, like Randall.
Yeah, like the archaeology one, that amateur archaeologist did not really matter.
Nobody showed up except for the guy with the masks.
Mm-hmm.
Chico, that was his name, I think.
Yeah, it's Chico.
The only memorable side character has been Bing.
Bing, everyone's favorite.
Bing.
He wasn't even a suspect. He just shows up.
Bing just shows up as her new husband / pet. So that was weird.
I hope
They
they can
should have
come
gone
back.
more into- They need to remake this game and just like
Bing Adventure 2.